Ho, ho, ho. My name is Matty, and you're listening to No Nerds Were Harmed. This is a podcast about movies, comics, games, and all things nerdy. Here with my co-host, Tyler.
What's up?
We are also here with our producer, Sam.
Hello.
Tyler, let everybody know what we got in store for them today.
We are doing the Christmas movie draft. Something different. First ever No Nerds Were Harmed draft.
Yes, I'm stoked for this.
Should be fun.
Very stoked. We're going to have nerd news for everybody. We're going to get into our draft, our Christmas movie draft. We're going to have a replay watch like always, and let you guys know what's going on in the next episode. So let's get started with our nerd news. We're big fans of movies, obviously, and two of big name actors, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, have started their own production company, Artist Equity, and they're looking to make films for commercially, but they want to make them smart. They want to have people remember them for 20 years, 20 years later.
Yeah.
This is cool.
What they're doing is they're trying, because like what's become a big trend now is like, so you make your movie, you do all your thing, and then Netflix comes in or Disney comes in, they buys your product, right? They buy it straight out, you get a flat paycheck, boom. So now as an actor, when you signed on to do this product, you got, whatever percentage of the profits, hoping that, when it goes to theaters, it makes X amount of money. Well, now it's going straight to streaming because they've decided they're not going to put it out on theaters, and it doesn't make nearly as much as it should have, so you don't get paid nearly as much as you should have as an actor.
Yeah.
So Matt Damon and Ben Affleck have decided they're going to really try to put, actors' interests first. So they're going to give a lot of actors points, so stake in the movie, and percentages, and look out for them in that way. So it's kind of cool, because it's like the classic indie two actors who kind of came up together and broke into the scene and all that, and they're just not liking how the trend of Hollywood is going now. Mm-hmm. So they're like, fuck it, no, we're going to kind of go old school, and we're going to keep going to the point game, and actors get points and all this, so they're geniuses.
Cool. I didn't even know all that. That's awesome.
Exactly, and that's their big thing on it. So it's not just like two best friends teaming up doing their thing and kind of having an indie film company. Mm-hmm. They're looking out for actors and trying to get actors paid.
That's
so
cool.
It's not just producers getting paid like it is kind of now with streaming and selling rights. They're trying to get movie stars. When you used to be Matt Damon in a movie, that meant something going to theaters. You got a return on that because you were putting asses in the seats.
Yeah.
They want to keep doing that. So for an actor, in my perspective, hell yeah. This is the best thing in the world. Points is always what you want, because the check for the job is always good, but percentage in the movie is always better.
Yeah, that's awesome.
If you're making good movies.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's super cool.
Yeah, so Artist Equity. And that's why the Artist Equity Film Company, that sounds very looking out. Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited.
Very up the alley of Goodwill Hunting and indie films, yes.
Something that I'll bring up that a lot of people are happy about, I'm sure you guys are happy about, Bob Iger back at Disney.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, when it happened, I was like, okay. I didn't see too many bad things that the last guy, who was Bob Chapek?
Oh, he did a lot of bad things.
I didn't see too many bad things. I guess maybe I wasn't paying attention to that.
Matty was just happy they brought hugging back at the theme park.
That's because Matty didn't plan the trips and pay the bills.
Exactly.
I saw
is true.
the bills.
Yeah, right.
And it was I'm sorry, how much for what?
But yeah, I know she was super stoked about it.
Yeah, no, all my friends on Facebook that are hardcore have worked for Disney or Disney princesses in the theme parks and all that kind of stuff in the acting kind of world. That's how I found out about this. Not even from Twitter, how I usually do. I was just on Facebook, and it was just oh my God, Bob is back, and it just was what the fuck are these people talking about? And then I started looking into it. I was like, oh shit, they're really happy the old guy's back in.
They lost a lot of their entertainment. I mean, yes, they did have to deal with COVID, but they were bringing all these things back in capacity. But it's where are all your workers? You're bringing back the profits, but you're not bringing back all your workers. Yeah, so it's bullshit.
Two Bears, One Cave. I'm not sure if you've listened to this or know what this is. So this is Tom Segura and I can't even remember the other guy. Bert Kreischer. Their podcast. And in one of their recent episodes, they had Tarantino on. Mm-hmm. And I didn't get the opportunity to listen to the entire thing, but I listened to one piece of it. And it's where Tarantino was talking about... Everyone's always obsessed with what Tarantino's next projects are and what he's going to be doing in the future, because he said that he was only going to do 10 films.
Yep.
But he has released that he has an 8-episode series that he's going to be doing. Hasn't said what genre or anything, just said that next year is when he plans on doing it, and he will direct it.
Tarantino was built for TV today.
I believe so as well.
That's one of those things is like when he, like we look at Tarantino, his style and format has not changed from the day he started.
No.
He's giving you the same thing, love it or hate it. That's what the movies he makes, and he's a genius in that way of he gives you that every time. And he's very volatile, as in you either really love him or you really fucking hate him.
Mm-hmm.
One or the other.
I'm right in the middle of that, and it's hard because, like you had said, he's always done the same thing, and the length of his films and what he does is one of the bigger.
And that's what a lot of
bugaboos I
people's
have.
problem is. But now, TV's where you fucking do that.
Yeah,
you can have 8 hours. You can have
8
10 hours
yeah.
on some bullshit thing, and that's 10 episodes.
Yeah.
This is where this man has always supposed to be, and just was at the wrong time until now.
Yeah.
So I'm super stoked to see what he comes up with.
And he did say, he's only doing 10 films, so who knows if he doesn't count this as a
Correct.
film. So like maybe this is him breaking.
This was a pitch that I had of
Series
he pigeonholed himself of saying the 10 film thing, and it kind of fucked him because now as he's getting older, he's probably like, well, I like to make a movie about that and that. Like I don't really give a shit
Yeah.
about that, And like the money people get to make movies now is not like what he was getting paid when he was making his first movie. So he's kind of like,
It's not Pulp
well, I could do a
Fiction.
movie and make this, So I think that kind of has fucked him because he is such an artist of staying to that 10. So this is 100% also a way of being like, well, I never said shit about fucking TV, or like I never said shit about doing a play,
Yeah.
So a lot of people say like you can take Hateful Eight or you can take any of those and make them a play.
Yeah,
And
I
they'd
believe
be
so.
super successful on an off-Broadway type run. And like he could do that at any moment. So I have a feeling Tarantino's going to love long-form television how it is nowadays. So I'm very excited for whatever it is, and he's going to have whatever actor he wants. You know what I mean? It'll be those Academy Award-winning Oscar actors.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to be in it, he will get.
If anybody wants to hear any more about this, like I said, this is from the Two Bears, One Cave podcast. He talks about a lot of different things on this episode. He talks about working with certain actors. He mentions Marvel. There was like no holds bar on this.
No, it's awesome.
Podcast.
And he
did you
gives
listen to the whole thing, or did you?
I listened to most
Pieces
of it.
Okay.
Most of it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's cool because
It was good. It's entertaining.
Tom Segura knows how to ask him questions. He's
does.
asking him the same questions he's been asked a lot of times, but you can tell Tarantino likes Tom.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of just is shooting the shit with him, and they're talking about things Tarantino's always talked about, but in a totally different view.
Yeah.
And he kind of opens up a lot more. He gives a lot of cool little stories.
He does.
Like little interesting of like how Bruce Willis got cast in Pulp Fiction, like that kind of shit. It's like, oh wow, like that's awesome.
You're hearing it from the fucking mouth itself.
He
Yeah.
says like who he originally wrote the roles for, like that kind of shit is just like holy shit. Like you start thinking. So it's a really really cool interview that's not your traditional like Tarantino. Because that's the thing. A lot of Tarantino interviews are like, why are your films so violent?
They're on
why
TV
are you
or something too.
They're always hitting him for like these hard like what your usage of the N-word, everything. And Tom Segura is literally like, yo, Pulp Fiction was a dope-ass movie. Like, how the fuck did that come about? And he just is like, well, I was this year's old, and I was thinking about this, and this, and I had Matt Dillon in mind for this, and it's insane. So I highly recommend it. It's a really cool watch. And it's been broken up pretty well into clips, too, on YouTube already.
Has.
So it's like if you want to watch little snippets here and
That's
there.
how I heard this part. But this isn't even in my notes, but a sidetrack from that is that Tom Segura's other podcast, Your Mom's House, him and his wife, well, not him and his wife, him and his wife run that podcast, but he had Kevin Smith on on an episode in there. And it was another wonderful interview. They talk about Clerks for like 30 minutes because he's like, dude, just like you had said about Pulp Fiction, he goes, fucking Clerks is amazing, man.
Yeah.
How much did you make it for? Just giving him these little tidbits about working with like George Carlin and stuff.
Kevin Smith loves talking about his movies.
Yeah, so it was a good interview as well. Lots of good insight. But Two Bears, One Cave, Your Mom's House. If you guys want to check those out, check them out.
The older I get, the more respect I have for this man. And this man is James Cameron. Did you see when they asked him about bathroom breaks?
Oh yes, I did. I love it. I
The
told Sarah
man
about
is
this.
quoted as saying, "Go whenever you gotta go, because if you see my movie twice, it doesn't matter when you go to the bathroom."
You're gonna
That
He's
is
like, just go.
the biggest dick energy in the world, dude.
You'll catch it
And
when
this
you
is
come
the
back
thing.
to see it a second time.
And
Yeah.
that's what's awesome is like,
He's not
it's
wrong.
such an asshole comment, but he's not wrong. Like,
No.
this man. He's the man that did Aliens, right? That was told, yo, if you take Ridley Scott's amazing movie and do the sequel, you're just, like, you're fucked. If it's good, Ridley Scott gets the credit. If it sucks, it's all on you. He fucking did that and put his name on the map.
Mhm.
Does fucking Terminator, where he's working with effects that had never been done before. ILM's like, yeah, we'll figure this shit out. And he's like, yeah. Does that. Does Terminator 2, where he goes so over budget, they're like, you're gonna bring the whole fucking studio down. And he's like, no, we'll be okay. Fucking makes as much money as the 80s has ever, or 90s has ever seen. Titanic, the list goes on and on and on. I watched an interview recently about Neil deGrasse Tyson being like, you know, in Titanic, when he's on the door, when they're looking at the sky, the sky's not right.
Yeah.
The stars are out of place. And Neil's like, I've met him a couple times, and I ask him every time, and throughout the years, his answer has changed. And he's like, when I first met him, he was like, oh, well, I wasn't really involved in the editing process, so, you know, it is what it is. He goes, the last time I met him, I said, all right, you got to give me a real answer. What about the stars? You're so meticulous. Like, how the
wouldn't
fuck do
exist
you
in that
miss,
area at that
do
time.
you miss that? And James Cameron goes, you know, man, I made, I don't know how much Titanic made, but let's say $1 billion, right? He's like, I made $1 billion with the sky being like that. Imagine how much more I would have made if I got the stars right. And it's like, what a fucking dickhead comment, but at the same time, like,
Yeah.
you can't argue with the dude. Like,
I think he did go back and fix it though too.
and that's,
I believe he did.
and that's
with
one of
the-
those things.
Fucking believe it.
And that's
Yeah.
one of those things, exactly. I would believe he would in a heartbeat. So it's like, this man is the pinnacle of, like, he's an asshole, but he's like the asshole I would die to work for. Like,
he's got
this
the
dude,
fucking, he's got the
he understands
the
what he's
shit to
doing.
back it up.
Correct.
He has the
There's
backup.
something about being just, like, so confident and just so, like, I don't really give a fuck what you think or
Yeah.
don't think, but, like, this is the movie and the thing I'm doing over here, so, like, chances are you're probably going to end up liking it, too. So you should just kind of shut up and enjoy it.
And no matter what, I know you're gonna go see it once in theater, so that's still money.
No,
in my bank.
exactly. It's like the confidence this dude exudes. Like, Avatar's, he's already got the third movie already completely shot. He's got half of the fourth movie shot. He's got the fifth movie, like, written. It's like, this dude, he doesn't give a fuck. The amount of money is invested in him, and he's just like, yeah, dude, I got this. Like, I really don't care about what movie culture is today, because, like, when they sit down and watch my movie, like, they're gonna like it, and I'm gonna make a bunch of money. So, like, they're probably gonna go see twice. So again, like, I'm not gonna fucking make bathroom breaks for you or make it a 2-hour movie for your bladder. Like, do whatever you need to do. My movie's going on.
Yeah.
I just love it, and the older I get, the more and more I respect James Cameron. Dude. I just love him. I love him.
I read that little headline or snippet, and I read it to Sam, and we both had a good laugh about it because it's like,
and you know he's dead serious.
No.
Too.
we bought our tickets. We didn't buy our tickets. Sam bought our tickets. Sam didn't buy IMAX. Did not buy 3D, and I'm like, well, I guess we're going to see it again because this fucking movie was made for those things. So. Going to see it again, so we'll be
Not a
seeing it
huge
twice.
fan of 3D, but IMAX is a big miss.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I have to work that day.
Yes.
So to
We have to go to the earliest
be
show
at work
possible.
on time, I had to do the. But we are seeing it at Imagine, and
Fuck
all
work.
of Imagine.
All
screens
Imagine screens are basically
fancy.
IMAX.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes. So I'm
So
like.
I don't go to AM's Showplace anymore.
Yeah,
So I'm fine with it.
but yeah, that was a cool.
Yeah, it's
James Cameron
hilarious.
snippet,
It's
yeah.
It's just vintage.
Yep.
The dude has been
It
the
is
same
great.
since he's broke on the scene. I love it.
Last episode, I had mentioned that they were working on doing a possible sequel to Princess Diaries as well as Freaky Friday 2, and I'm here to let you guys know that there's another Legacy sequel coming out, and I didn't know that this one is even coming out. It is Dirty Dancing 2. Jennifer Grey has done an interview. I can't remember what the source was, but she did an interview, and she said that they are filming in the spring, so it's already set to go, and it's going to be back at Kellerman's, and it's going to have a lot of the original cast.
Isn't there a
Is it
Dirty
gonna be
Dancing
a-
2
There is
already?
There was a Dirty Dancing 2, I think it's called Havana Nights, and it takes place in something separate, like a...
And then they did a reboot of Dirty Dancing not too long ago as well, too.
I think they did a remake for, like, TV, and it was, like,
TV.
Abigail Breslin.
Yeah,
it was god-awful.
It was fucking horrible.
But, yeah, so they're doing a sequel to it, and it is going to be back at Kellerman's. I love the first movie, so I'm stoked to see the second one.
Yeah, but there's no Peace Squeeze.
There's not, but I take what I can get.
You want to talk about big dick energy? Him just doing his thrust through the whole room, like
hell yeah!
that's where James
Dry
Cameron
humping
got
everyone
it.
down the fucking stage. Dude's got it.
Not acceptable today in 2022.
And then a new release. They gave us a release date for Mandalorian Season 3.
They did.
It is streaming March 1st. This will be just like their previous seasons. It's going to be one episode per week. But March 1st, we'll be able to check that out. I'm stoked for it. The trailer looked fantastic, so I'm a big Mandalorian fan.
Let's go with That 90s Show first.
Okay. Yeah, That 90s Show.
Yeah.
I was not a That 70s Show fan.
I really like That 70s Show. My friends, me and a couple of my buddies were really into That 70s Show.
I reinstated it. It's not that I wasn't a fan. I've never actually watched it.
Yeah.
I've heard great things. My entire family loves the show.
It's funny.
Really good show.
But I did watch the trailer for the 90s show, and
yeah,
it looks fun.
Yeah, it's one of those. Like, it's just your classic, like, oh, let's rebrand and retry this. Like, Kitty and Red are hilarious to have coming back. And
it looks like they're the main characters.
Yeah, it
right?
looks
They're
like
not...
everyone's hanging out at, like, Eric's
grandkids?
grandparents' house. Okay. Like, and they're the same old Kitty and Red kind of thing. I don't know. It'll be one of those where they have a lot of cameos and stuff like that, I'm sure, but we'll see. You know.
I mean, they're making it for just fans that want to see those characters come back, and it's probably not going to be something that's going to be long-lasting, but...
Kitty.
No, but it did look like the same kind of
basement
humor
set,
and all that.
Humor, yeah.
It reminded me they tried to do that 80s show after that 70s show.
Oh, did they? I didn't even know.
It didn't work that real.
Do very well.
Okay.
So it's kind of It's kind of that nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Kitty and Red are strong characters. Like Kitty she's a good one to base a show around.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see.
Yep.
Hopefully, but my hopes aren't too high. But we'll see what comes of it. But I was surprised to see like a full-blown trailer. Like, hey, it's coming. So.
And we won't have to wait long. That'll be on Netflix January 19th.
Yeah.
So right around the corner.
Yeah, we'll see.
A piece of somewhat casting news. This is old news, but apparently in the early 2000s, Hugh Jackman was offered the role. Not even looked at. He was offered the role of James Bond before Daniel Craig. Yes, I thought it was very interesting. And he turned it down because he said, I had already done X-Men 1, so I'm already become Wolverine. I don't want to take on another franchise like the James Bond franchise. I don't want to be two action heroes at the same time because I would have no time for family. Hugh Jackman as James Bond, I'm not too into that. I enjoy Hugh Jackman. I don't know if that's my inner... I don't know what you want to call it. I don't want to see the Australian guy playing the British. Even though we see Australian and British people play Americans and stuff all the time, something in the back of my mind... I'm like, nah, I don't want to see the Australian guy play the British intelligence guy.
It's a whole different world. Like, before he does 20 years of Wolverine, it's a whole different story. If he does one Wolverine movie and then goes and beats James Bond, totally different perspective of him.
Just even from his other movies, though, I don't see him as James Bond-esque. Like,
he's almost too thick. I guess at the time he wasn't that thick.
The thing with Hugh Jackman is Hugh Jackman's such a good fucking actor that whatever he gets cast as, you're like, oh yeah, he would only be that kind of guy. And then he plays Wolverine, and then the next week he's fucking in Oklahoma, the musical. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's such a showman that, like, I'm firmly...
The greatest showman.
Exactly. Like, I've been on the fence of a long time of, like, he's one of the greatest living performers that we've seen in our lifetime. He's a full-blown triple threat, what they call him. He can sing, he can dance, he can act. He can do all of them equally as well. Like, dangerous.
Yeah.
So, if that guy wanted to... Like, think about this. He went into the X-Men audition not knowing who Wolverine was and was acting like an animal, a Wolverine, in the audition. books the audition and gives us one of the best screen to comic book adaptations of a character we've ever seen in our life. You're going to tell me he can't play James Bond? You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing.
Could. It's just...
That's the thing, that's what I'm saying, is, like, I don't know. Like, if at that time he was like, I would blow into it, it's whatever. Like, again, Daniel Craig's my favorite Bond of all time. So, without that, we don't get him.
Well,
so, it's weird.
He did a great job.
I guess I brought this up so that way next time we watch... What was the first Daniel Craig? Casino Royale?
Mm-hmm.
So next time we watch Casino Royale, look at it and say, man, could Hugh Jackman do that? Do you think he'd be better than Daniel Craig? I don't know. But yeah, next time you watch it, think about it.
The long-awaited Cocaine Bear trailer.
Yeah, man.
Has arrived.
Dude, I can't remember when I brought this up to you months ago, and I was like, this would be... I don't even know. We don't know any... All we knew was the cast. It was Ray Liotta.
Yeah. His last movie.
Yes. It was Ray Liotta and... Oh, God, what's his name? What's the little cube?
Oh, O'Shea Jackson.
O'Shea Jackson Jr. That was all we... It was all we knew, and I was like, man, this is wild enough. And I didn't know that it was a true story. And that you can go see this bear in Wisconsin or some shit like that.
It's nuts that, like... It's such a crazy concept. It's such a crazy movie, but the trailer was done so well that it's like, this is going to be a really good, stupid movie.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like I've seen a lot of trailers for a lot of stupid movies lately, and I didn't even have it on my list. Like, I don't know if The Mean One was on your list, but we talked about
I have that for the
Mean
releases,
list. But the trailer came out for that, and that looks just about as expected. You know what I mean? Like, there's, like, the Winnie the Pooh trailer. Look just about as expected.
I know what I'm getting into when I go.
This I watched and I was like, holy shit, like, they actually are going to make, like, try to make an A movie out of, like, a D script. Like, they're really going to try to do this and be like, yeah, I know it's a stupid, crazy idea, but, like, we also could just approach it like a real Hollywood movie and make a movie. And they're doing it. Yeah. And the trailer's like, yeah, I'd probably go watch that. You know? I'm excited.
We're not going to this expecting fucking award-winning, you know.
And in our culture today, it's going to make a ton of money because, like, Twitter's just, like, loving this movie already. They're like, oh, it's going to win an Oscar. Yep. Like, they're just all in.
For people who don't know, this is a trailer about the literal title, Cocaine Bear. It's about a fucking plane that crashes in this forest.
Like a drug smuggling plane.
Yep. And this bear gets into the cocaine and
eating coke,
eats it, sniffing it,
and goes on a rampage for, like, it says, like, 72 hours or some shit like that.
Yep, and it looks wild. It looks fun. Check out the trailer. It's everywhere right now.
Yeah.
So Cocaine Bear is set to come out February 24th as well. So we'll talk about that. Maybe we'll cover it. Not sure yet, but we'll let you guys know. Another trailer that came out this week. It was a big week for trailers.
Yeah, this was
a lot of trailers.
It was. Transformers Rise of the Beasts.
Yep.
Now, I haven't seen the last two Transformers films.
They aren't good.
Okay.
Well, Bumblebee was actually really good. That was a step in the right direction. No one saw it, though. It was one of those things. Like,
it was too much of a lost cause at that point.
Correct. But it was actually a fairly decent Transformer movie. They've kind of just taken a step back from, like, we're gonna make this look like an actual real thing all the time, to where, like, they're like, yeah, the effects look good and the fighting looks good, but, like, the Transformers themselves, you can tell. You know what I mean? But at this point,
you're watching giant robots fight.
People at this point, we're not getting what we got in Transformers 1 of the Michael Bay, Shia LaBeouf, crazy Megan Fox story that, like, broke the mold of everything. Like, that time is gone. We're just getting kind of Transformer movies. This kind of makes me excited.
This is like I said, Rise of the Beast. So this is like the Beast Wars.
The Beast Wars version.
Yeah.
And now some things in the trailer make zero fucking sense to me. How Optimus Prime is talking to a monkey Optimus Prime, and, like, they know each other, but, like, I don't know. They gotta explain that to me because it's the same person
it's the first
in a
trailer.
sense. But other than that, and other than, again, they're gonna fuck up another kaiju movie with just, like, humans getting involved. Like, the person that realizes, hey, if we just have big monsters fighting and big robots fighting, like, humans don't matter. No one cares. We just want to see the monsters fight, is gonna break the code. But everyone puts in some crazy human plot, which looks like that's all Beast Wars is. A lot of literally like a Shia LaBeouf clone. They just have this new kid who's riding around in a Porsche, whipping around in a Porsche, But then they have the flash of the trailer of all of the fucking beast.
Yeah, like a cheetah, like a
oh
falcon
my god!
or something.
And I've seen things on Twitter of that cut to like old Beast Wars like footage, and it's like cut for cut, scene for scene,
cool.
like the trailer or like the intro and stuff like that.
Oh, sweet!
So it's actually a lot cooler than
they did some fan service.
Correct.
Awesome.
Yeah, and so like that's the shit I'm signing up for because that was my favorite version of Transformers. So like,
yeah.
Give me that, and I don't give a
our
fuck
parents
about...
Our parents and older generations grew up with the original Transformers.
Correct.
We did grow up with
Beast
Wars,
Wars, man, where like Optimus was an ape.
The little
dude.
McDonald's toys
Fucking
and shit.
Megatron was a T-Rex. Like, these were the things, and they were animals that would fight each other and then turn into robots. You know what I mean? They weren't cars. That's what I want. I don't give a fuck about the humans. I don't give a fuck about any of that. Like, I just want some fucking animal robot on animal... violence.
Yeah,
give it to that. And
hell yeah.
There's the snippets in the trailer that gave me that where I'm like, okay, if that's what this is, I'm in. But then there's also snippets of trailer where it's like, if that's most of the movie, this is gonna suck. So we'll see.
We're not going in expecting gold.
No,
this was the first trailer. The movie's set to come out June 9th. So I mean, we're a ways away from getting.
We are.
We're gonna get a lot more footage
I agree.
as time goes on. But for being a first trailer, I'm not gonna completely count this out yet. But
no,
June 9th is when that's set to come out.
Indiana Jones.
Yes, Indiana Jones and the Dial of
Dr.
Destiny.
Jones.
How did you feel about this trailer?
The de-aging thing to me is weird because we've already seen him older, and he's older in this movie.
Yes.
So the fact a lot of it's going to be like flashbacks is kind of weird. I think that Harrison Ford actually really cares about the character of Indiana Jones. I think he likes him. I think Crystal Skull didn't sit well with anybody. And so I think this is their way of being like, that didn't happen. This is how we're really ending this bullshit. Because that's clearly what they're doing.
Yeah. I hope so. I mean, fuck, if he pulls another one out at his age.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, he's also not just doing shit to do shit, and he's been paid a lot in his last couple of years where like his thing used to be like, hey, pay me, I'll do anything. I think he's past that. I think he really is like, I put a bow on Han, I want to put a fucking bow on Indy, and I'm done with my franchises.
Yeah.
Like, they're done. Then he's really kind of can do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Yeah.
Trailer, it looks like an Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I
love Harrison Ford. I have a soft spot for Harrison Ford. Like, I fucking love how he acts. I love how he delivers lines. I love
America's
his
grandpa at this time.
dumb mannerisms. I love it all, dude. So, I'll always be excited for Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones because I like Indiana Jones a lot too.
I like the series franchise.
I grew up on Indiana Jones. It was one of those things like I always watched Indiana Jones.
Do you have a favorite one?
I
was always very partial to Temple of Doom. Was always my thing.
Yeah, I think Temple of Doom is probably the one I've watched most.
I know people love Raiders of the Lost Ark and like Last Crusade and stuff, but I think Temple of Doom was always my Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
I was like Short Round.
That's what got me is Short Round. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's
people are fucking raging about the de-aging and how good it looks. I'm like, I think it looks like shit.
No, I think it looks good. It looks like a young Harrison Ford. I think for sure.
So for the people who
it's just weird.
For the people who are big on Lucasfilms and saying that fucking that in the end of Mandalorian season 2 that doesn't look like young Mark Hamill, looks like shit. And I'm
like that looks good as fuck too.
I think it does. I know that it's de-aging. I know that
correct.
I know what to expect. I know it can't be perfect.
Correct. That's how I feel about this. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like Harrison in that Nazi uniform looks like a 30-year-old Harrison.
It does.
It's pretty crazy.
I can still tell that it's de-aging, but yeah, I mean it's...
Yeah, but again, of course, we're all going to always know it's de-aging. People who aren't going to know it's de-aging are people who didn't grow up with fucking Harrison Ford like we did. You know what I mean? Like
as Osha.
Exactly. Like when you show them, they're not gonna know the fucking
You're like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's that?
Correct.
That yeah.
To us, of course, we know because we have also seen the actual original Indiana Jones where we saw him at that age.
30.
Yeah.
How old's Harrison Ford?
He's got to be like 76.
Oh, I think he's 80.
He just turned 80 this year.
Damn.
In July.
Fucker's old.
It's old.
Yeah.
To be shooting movies, dude, that's fucking old.
To be shooting Indiana Jones, for sure. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is set to come out June 30th. So this is also another trailer that we got way early. Like this is big. Usually we get trailers 3 months before they come out, 2 months sometimes.
Yeah, it was a big trailer week.
Yeah,
there's just trailers coming left and right.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
so we'll get some more information and get some more trailers before June 30th. The last trailer that I wanted to mention is the new trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This looks like this is another fun trailer. I mean, James Gunn has been known to put out some good trailers. Looks like a good stepping stone for our characters, possibly the last stepping stone
That's
for a
what
few
made
characters.
me most excited about this trailer.
Yeah.
Is it had some of the quirky, like, James Gunn Marvel jokes in the trailer that it's like, oh, okay, like that's the things that all the kids are going to laugh at. Yeah, exactly. Crew. Like, that shit's getting a little old and sticky for me. What made me happy is it felt like, okay, we're going to kind of tell the end of a story here. And that's what I'm ready for. It's like, I'm tired, again, like, I'm tired of all this shit. I'm getting burnt out on all this shit connecting and all that. Like, I need stuff to start coming to ends here and there, and we know James Gunn's gone.
Yeah,
like
James Gunn's gone.
That's a done deal.
He's been saying for a while this is his last one. A lot of the characters.
How many times has Batista been like, "I will not be Drax anymore. Like, I do not want to do this shit." You can just tell Chris Pratt's moved on.
Yeah,
you can tell.
He's on the bigger.
You can tell he's on his own shit. Like you can just tell he's just not that same. Again, he's still great as Peter Quill, but like. He's on to new things. Fucking everyone in the crew's kind of doing their own thing.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the bow wrapped up and
correct. That's what I want. I want just this to kind of
some of these characters. I want a good send off for these characters.
Correct.
It's like, I have a touch of feeling that they're gonna kill someone, which would be kind of cool.
That's fine.
I think we're definitely gonna see. I would assume that Batista's gonna die.
It's Marvel 2022, dude. No one's dead.
Yep. Just like they said in
multiverse.
People never die in Wakanda.
Correct.
I think I think this will be the last time we see Drax. Yeah. I would assume this will be the last time we see I don't know who else.
Rocket, maybe?
They're insinuating too much that Rocket's going to die, and that's why I think that it's misdirection, that somebody else will die. There's no way they're showing us that Rocket's dying in the trailer.
Marvel they do show a lot of shit in their trailer.
Nah.
See, what's going to happen is you're going to end up getting Rocket, I think, that comes back, but it's not going to be Bradley Cooper's Rocket. It's going to be some dude doing a Rocket voice.
Yeah.
Because that's a very easy, imitatable character voice.
It is.
Bradley Cooper's a giant paycheck to be paying to come in to do your voice. Like you're talking about an Oscar-winning actor.
Yeah. And they already got enough.
That's the thing. Is so
they already got enough Vin Diesel, I am Groot.
And that's the thing. It's like they can use Groot till the day they die. They have Groot locked up. You'll probably get Rocket, but you'll get like they do with Jack Sparrow. Like it's another voice that's very
it's got enough mannerism in it.
Imitate. Yeah, you can do imitations of it. So they hire actors that are just very good at doing that to do all the video games, do all the cartoons, do everything. You already have a CGI character. I feel like Rocket may be... Now, again, if Bradley Cooper's just like, no, I'm fucking Rocket. More power to him, but I just, I know how Disney is, dude. So, we'll see. I think, you could probably see Mantis. Chris Pratt, probably not.
We also got to see Will Poulter as Adam Warlock, so that was...
we did.
He doesn't look too cool to me.
No, he doesn't.
I don't think he looks very good. But it was one shot. It's literally one shot.
It's the Mario effect where they haven't shown me enough. I'm not going to start.
This is another early trailer. This is set to come out Cinco de Mayo, May 5th. So, I mean, know where I'm going to be on May 4th when I go see this. The girls are going to want to see this one. So, but yeah, it was early, and we're going to see a lot more footage before that day comes. So releasing this week, last piece of nerd news, releasing this week, all on this Friday, is The Whale is going to be in theaters this week. This is the new Brendan Fraser film that he got the standing ovation for.
Yep.
Don't know if I'm going to see this one in theaters, but I am very excited to see it when I do get to see it.
Yep.
Also is The Mean One that Tyler had mentioned earlier. They did put out a trailer for this, and it looks...
It looks about it what you think it's going to look like.
I think Winnie the Pooh vibes.
I think the Winnie the Pooh one looks better than this one. But that's
better lighting.
It's a dark.
It's
It's just the production value of it. And the last thing to come out is the Guillermo del Toro Pinocchio stop-motion
That's
film.
getting crazy reviews.
It is.
Everyone's like, this is Pinocchio.
And this will be on Netflix on Friday. So all these are Friday. Pinocchio is the only one that is a Netflix release. Now, we are going to get into our Christmas snake draft. We're going to go over some rules first of how this works for some people who don't know. So this is a snake draft, so we're going to do a 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
Correct.
1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
Correct.
We have predetermined through random picking what that order is. The order is going to be Sam will be first on the 1 spot, Tyler is the 2nd spot, Matty, and the 3rd spot. We all get 1 pick. If someone else chooses that pick before you get to pick it,
It's off the board.
you're shit out of luck. You get to go to the next movie on your list. The reason for this list is that we are going to put it out anonymously. You guys will get to vote on which one you think is the better list. It's just bragging rights. We want to know who makes the better list, who has the better draft pick. We're all going to have bangers, but we're not going to get them all on our list, so there's going to be a lot of fuck yous and damn it, I wanted that. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to try not to mention any other movies while we talk about this. Like, we're not going to say, oh, this movie's like this, because that might be somebody else's pick.
Correct.
You don't want to try to influence somebody else either, because you might want to have that pick for yourself. So
Correct. And it's a mix of us picking our favorite movies and kind of just compiling the best 5 that we think is like the ultimate, like if you had 5 in a vault that you're saving, like what are the 5?
We want to win, so...
Correct. So...
This is gonna be fun. I'm so fucking stoked for this. But yeah, let's get into this list.
Matty's been cheating, looking at everybody's picks.
Bullshit, man. I don't care what you guys got. I just know what I want. But yeah, let's get started. So first pick, Sam.
All right.
Start us off.
All right. First pick is hard, guys. Like, just so you know, because it starts fucking with your head. You're like, do I go big first? But I'm going with my heart on this one. One of my favorites, 1994, The Santa Claus.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Santa Claus. Oddly, it's one of the first movies I watch every year.
It's a great movie.
It's a movie that I will say doesn't necessarily age well the older you get, because now that I watch it as an adult, you're kind of like, all right, Scott's kind of a dick. But
Neil, it's all about Neil.
Neil is great.
I love Neil.
This is a movie that you don't appreciate as much as you should when you're younger.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get older, you're like, holy shit, the depth of these characters, the depression, the very you get
Tim Allen's little jokes that he like his cast off comments in that movie. It's hilarious.
Yeah, he is.
It's.
And that was the one thing that as I grew up, I was like, yeah, these one-liners, if you will, hold up. But then you're like, God, Scott, why are you such a dick? Be good to your kid. But that's what this movie's about. He learns, he becomes Santa Claus, and then who doesn't fucking love David Krumholtz as Bernard?
Yeah.
That was probably one of my earliest crushes, as odd as that fucking is on Bernard the Elf, because you're like...
It's slightly odd.
It's slightly odd, but I'm like, I want to go to the North Pole, get some fucking
No, dude, I used to always
shit.
just remember being like, I want some tinsel in my pocket at all times, because that shit will get me out of a jam, dude. That got him broken out of jail, dude. Tinsel. Like, yeah. And always wanted to try that, always wanted to try that little,
the Coco?
Elf's Coco,
Yes.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. She's like, it took me.
Is it Judy?
Yeah,
right?
Judy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took her
The
100
Coco
years
Master.
to perfect my recipe. And
I always like the fucking ZZ Top entrance when it's
when it's time for
They got the
give me
jetpack
all
and
your
stuff.
lovin'. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, it's that's a good pick. That's a good movie. It's a solid starter too.
I think one of the best scenes in that movie is when he's on the park bench and all the kids start lining up to him. Like, oh, it's such a good one.
Dude, they shove the donut in the cop's mouth, dude. After they tie him to the chair, like, hilarious.
I was like, is that the movie? I think it's the movie where the cops are watching and they see the sleigh and he like spills.
Yeah, he spills the coffee.
Yeah, and I was always like, oh shit, the guy got 3rd-degree burns now. Like I'm thinking of the long term of this guy's pain. But yeah, no.
Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah,
Tim Allen, dude.
Holy shit!
Gijo.
Oh man.
Great movie. Great pick.
Chris Kringle.
That one too. No, the boardroom. I love. Like, that's
Every-
one of my favorite.
that whole movie.
when he's just like,
Here
"What?
comes
That's
Santa
ice cream."
coming down the foot with a tank.
He's like, no, not
Yep.
get it. Oh yeah,
Fantastic. It's
Boardroom.
great.
it's a good pick. Was it on your list?
It's on my
It is.
on my
It
list
is
for
on my
sure.
list as well.
And
So
it's just.
I think all these are going to be on.
yeah, I
Josh's
think
list.
I
It
said
doesn't help that we're all born almost the same
Yeah.
year.
yeah. Very
It's
close
one of
together.
those where I actually had this lower on my list, but like I'm all, now that you say everything, I was crazy to think it was ever going to get to like
Towards the end.
farther than
Yeah.
round one. Like
Okay.
again, it's one of those where it's like, yeah, duh, this is a because again, watch it every time. Do they go to Denny's?
Yeah.
Dude, like the dad's sitting there with the burnt fucking hands, dude. Like
burnt
And
turkey.
they all they show
Yeah.
the look of like.
Yeah, because the scene before he's fucking got the fire extinguisher. Oh man, we could talk for hours about this movie.
correct.
It's so good.
Good pick, Sam.
Yep.
2.
Tyler, 2.
Tyler.
Get ready. to
I'm
scratch
taking
them off.
this
Pretty
because
much.
I feel like
I feel like I know what it is.
it's the epitome of Christmas movies.
Oh God,
Let's see.
I have 2 on my mind. So.
And it may be a little newer in the bunch, but 2003, 85% of Rotten Tomatoes. I'm taking Elf.
Yeah.
I'm taking Elf. Now, a lot of people, it's one of those, if you're not a Will Ferrell guy, you're not going to like Elf.
Yeah.
So it's one of those, but if you watch Elf as a complete movie, it has damn near every Christmas box like you look to tick off in a Christmas movie.
Oh yeah.
It's got it all. It's got it all, dude. It's got fucking singing. It's got the sets. It's got the costumes. And then you have Will Ferrell before he was Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Like showing us like what he was about to do for the next 30 years
This
of
was
his
his
career.
this was his first.
They
fucking big role.
gambled
That's
on him.
outside of
SNL type movie.
Correct. Yes.
yeah,
Correct.
Night of
Night of
Roxbury.
Roxbury.
Yeah,
So they gambled on
Which
him to
is
be
a banger.
like
Yeah.
a lead role. And again, it's also Jon Favreau directed this.
this is Jon Favreau's directorial debut
Correct.
as well.
So
yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like the dude that did Iron Man, the dude that's responsible for
Yeah.
Disney Star Wars right now.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you know. So it's just that amalgamation of everything, and it's one of those movies like Santa Claus. You can go scene by scene and pick a fucking scene out, pretty much, as far as like your favorite scenes in the movies.
Do you know who my?
Oh, go ahead.
I'll say, you know who my favorite character in this movie is? The fucking boss at the toy store.
Fucking Phase on Love.
Yes, Phase on Love, where he's
Hell
like
yeah.
ho ho ho, and just fucking mean
He
mugs
thinks
him.
corporate.
Yeah.
He thinks it's his, the like other brands sent him in.
Code
It
word.
looks too
Code.
good in here.
Yeah, code word is Papa's got a brand new bed. Oh my god,
Yep.
he's fucking hilarious.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Almost
just,
looks too good.
it's hilarious, dude. It's just one of those movies that I think when Christmas comes around, everyone knows it.
Yeah,
It's an awesome
this
movie.
is a solid
It's
movie to watch
hilarious.
outside of Christmas too. Like, I
Yeah,
could
no,
watch
it's a
it
good
any time of
movie.
year,
It's got
yeah.
a good kind of like story to it. It has that very Christmassy cheer to it, but it also
It's
like
got a great cast. Like you got
Correct.
Peter Dinklage popping
Correct.
up in here.
Yeah.
it's a lot of people before
Yeah.
they were like huge, other
Yeah.
than
Zooey Deschanel,
um,
James Caan.
James Caan, who was
Yeah.
like their big get
And
at
he
the
was
time,
awesome,
and he
too.
just plays like the straight man. You know, he's just
Yep.
like the dude that's like not in on all this bullshit.
Ed Eisner as
Yes,
fucking
dude.
Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Was great
dude.
as well.
And then
Yeah.
whoever plays Papa Elf, I should have looked that up. Papa Elf, but yeah, he's a
yeah.
famous actor as well.
Oh my god. That's
But
driving me nuts.
That's what I'm saying. Like they have such a
Mary
crazy,
Steenburgen as the mom. Yeah, like,
you know, and you look at like the things that there's so many quotable lines of like "Bye, buddy, hope you find your dad." Like so many
you
people
don't
are saying
smell like
that,
Santa, you
Bob
smell like
Newhart.
beef
or
and
just
cheese.
like
Bob
Bob
Newhart.
Newhart.
Yeah.
Like people just screaming like Santa, and it's
Yeah.
just like shit like that. That's all from Elf, dude.
The
Like
fucking elevator scene where he hits all the
Yes.
buttons, so
Correct.
good.
Christmas tree.
putting syrup on everything, that kind of
Yeah,
shit. Like
4 food groups.
it's just.
I love
To
when he's
me, it's one that I feel like if it doesn't go in the first round, it there's no way it gets out of the first round. So I had to.
Well, it's like even the nod to all the old Christmas movies. Like, you know, you get Sam, Snowman
Yeah.
Sam at the
That's what I'm
beginning.
saying.
of
You
them.
get it's like
they
a
give
nod
everything.
to Christmas movies
Yeah.
with being its own Christmas movie. It's the ultimate to me Christmas movie.
I love when
Homage.
I love when he's in the mail room talking to the other dude,
and they're drinking.
He's like, oh, syrup and coffee. I never thought of that. And it's just all fucking whiskey.
Yep.
Oh man, they're just drunk as hell, sitting in the mailroom, and he's like, I gotta get out. He's like, no, I got out. I need to get in, or I get it. I can't remember what he says, but man, it was a good conversation. It was funny. Mm-hmm. Very good pick. That's another. That was in my top tier.
That was one of my ones I was going between for number one.
All right, the last pick of the first round.
Let's see.
Matty.
I'm doing it. I gotta take this. This is 1989, 70% Rotten Tomatoes, Christmas Vacation. This is a fucking highly quoted movie. This is a feel-good movie. I don't think it goes the Christmas season without somebody watching this movie.
No.
Yeah, people love this movie.
Yeah, and it's something that I feel like I had to pick it first round, because if I didn't pick it first round, it's not going to make it to the end of this.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I understand how this shit goes.
Even in my top 10.
No shit. Okay.
Actually, mine either. It's just one.
Whoa, damn! I could have fucking held out.
It's one for me that I like more and more as I get older.
Uh-huh.
But like I remember being younger, just being like, meh. I don't get what everyone loves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it just was not my thing.
This is my favorite vacation of any of the vacations.
So a lot of people say
Vegas Vacation.
That's mine too.
We just watched that this week too, but yeah.
Quarter and I got a car.
But again, now that I watch it, like I very much like this movie.
I love the opening intro, the Christmas Vacation song. I love that they like fucking Chevy Chase is great.
I love when he's in the attic with all the like coats and stuff.
He's just trying to keep warm because he's trapped in the attic. Fucking Aunt Bethany is great. Like, your house on fire, Clark, and the Julie Louise Dreyfus, like, why is the carpet all wet, Todd? Yeah. I don't know, Margot. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just...
It's the adult aspects, like Tyler said. Like, as you get older, you appreciate it more, because it's just the arguing or the family stress that comes about, like, when you have in-laws coming to visit. Oh my, like, I couldn't imagine. They have the addedness, if you will, of family coming in from out of state and out of town.
Fucking cousin Eddie.
God. Oh yeah, like that's probably one of the most quoted things from this movie is "Shitter's full." Like,
absolutely, yeah.
Oh man,
yeah. No, I fully agree.
She
like,
wrapped her damn cat. Like,
there's 1,000 good moments, and I think a lot of people would put this as their number one, like, Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Even the glasses. Like, I know my family has the moose.
The moose glasses.
Yeah, and everyone knows the Griswolds. Like, there's a Griswold joke or some shit like that. Like, it's a big thing.
I think my dad says, I noticed you were admiring my shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God, fucking Eddie's great. He's wearing that white shirt, and you just see the black squared collar underneath the white shirt, man. Just so fucking trailer trash redneck. Oh my God. Love it. Yeah. Great movie. Great movie.
That's a good pick.
And you double back now with the first pick of the second round. Matty, what will it be?
This, I am shocked. I am shocked by the low score of this Rotten Tomatoes. This is a 19% on Rotten Tomatoes. This is my all-time, second favorite Christmas movie ever. This is Jingle All the Way. 1996. I saw this movie in theaters, and I remember being in love with this movie. I was a huge... I'm glad that we talked about Terminator 2 earlier in this episode, because I was a huge Schwarzenegger fan. I saw everything he was in at a very young age. Too young to be watching his movies. But man, Jingle All the Way is my shit.
I love it.
I have 3 Turbomans in this house.
That's awesome. That's one of the toys. Like, ironically, I just watched this with Lauren for the first time the other night.
Okay.
Because she hadn't seen this. And this is one of my... I love this movie. It's a big movie in my family. It's my uncle's favorite movie of all time. And my aunt's favorite, like, Arnold line of all time is the, I'm not a pervert. Like, she says that, like, 7 times every Christmas. Like, it's just hilarious. She loves it. So, I've always been a huge fan. But, like, ironically, thinking back, because Lauren was asking me, she's like, was there a toy you didn't get? Like... really, you didn't get those, like, killed you, like they talk about in it. And I was like, ironically, the only thing that I can remember really, really, really wanting that I didn't get was the Turbo Man toy that came out when this movie came out. And I remember the same shit. Like the neighbor kid got one, and I was like, motherfucker, I want a Turbo Man. So like the movie that's about not getting the toy you fucking want is like literally the only thing that I can now think back on and being like, you know, because like everything else, like I can't remember a lot of like. I'm sure my parents would have different takes on this, but I can't remember a lot of like really rare things that I went after, other than
Furbies,
like I want
man.
like
Furbies. Were
yeah,
rare.
like a Furby. But I know I had a Furby.
Yeah.
So I had a Furby.
I wanted nothing to do with those terrifying.
Dude,
Say we got it. I had one. Yeah,
dude, that thing lived for fucking years too. I took the battery out and that thing was still talking.
That's just still
they did.
No, it's one of those where like I love Jingle All the Way. It's high up on my list. Not this high though. So that's
okay.
That's one of those you want to make sure you got that on your list.
Yes, absolutely.
And I respect that move.
Yep.
That's one of his favorites.
No, I respect that.
I could watch this movie any time of the year. I love it. I quote the shit out of this movie too. Like I'll constantly be like, I'll talk to the girls and I'm like, who told you could eat my cookies? Like put the cookie down. Like, I'll do that shit.
Probably the one way to say
Yeah, I do that shit. Oh man, I got the Funko Pops. Like I love this movie. It's just so fun. I love that he keeps having these run-ins with the cop. And at the end of the movie, he's just like, the cop thanks him, like, we could use a guy like you on the board. He's like, really? Thanks. Oh, man, it's so... Sinbad's fucking great.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember his wife's name, but I know his wife...
Tom Hanks' wife.
It's Tom Hanks' wife, yeah. She's great. Phil Hartman was awesome as Ted the neighbor, just a fucking creep dude who's always hitting on his wife.
Fucking all the wives in town.
Yeah. The little boy, Jamie... played by young Anakin Skywalker. Awesome. Love this movie. I'm so glad that I got it. I couldn't let it go because I know that
it gives you some of the nostalgia of what shopping used to be like for Christmas.
That's the thing. That's the one thing I was watching when I was watching with Lauren. I was like, this is a movie that you show kids today. They're not going to understand anything. Because, like, you don't remember what it was like.
Order it.
Like, you don't remember what it was like convincing... Because my mom and dad never wanted to go out midnight shopping, so I'd have to convince them to let, like, my older cousins take me to go with them, to go stand out in front of Best Buy at 1 a.m. in the fucking freezing cold, hoping you got in so you could get in and maybe get a DVD half off. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because you weren't going in and buying TVs when you were 16.
No,
you know,
no.
Maybe your uncle was buying something good, but, like, yeah, you wanted one DVD that was on sale for like $5, so you were like, "Fuck, dude, I gotta go get that."
Yeah.
You know,
I wanted
but that's what that shit was about,
Sims
man.
2 expansion packs.
Correct. That's how that shit was, dude.
I remember
like,
my very first Black Friday that I ever shopped. I went to Best Buy, and I was under the impression that Black Friday was just everything in the store has a sales price. I went in there and bought a fucking Good Charlotte CD. And I was like, man, I got this fucking half price, and it was just full price.
Normal.
It was normal price because it wasn't a sales thing, and I just thought that everything in the store was a sale. I was like, damn, I could have just bought this shit on Tuesday. I didn't even need to wake up at fucking 3 a.m. to stand in line.
Which it is. Like, now that you have it the way we have it now, it's like, wow, Black Friday was dumb as fuck. Like, that shit was stupid. People had to stay up all night, like, and work and deal with, like,
freeze my ass
people
off.
literally died getting trampled on, fist fights, and arrested in stores. It's like, dude, all of that is so dumb when you look now when it's like, they run fucking Black Friday and Cyber Monday all week. Like,
I bought
Shit,
it. We bought a fucking
Black Friday for like a month.
Yeah, we bought a fucking TV. We got a new TV hanging on our wall.
That's what
it's
I'm
fucking
saying.
great. I didn't have to stand in line. It came in 3 days.
So that's one thing that Jingle All the Way will suffer from as the years go on, because people just will forget. But if you live those eras, it hits it on the nose of like,
all of our parents are probably like, fuck.
Yeah,
I live that shit. Yeah, for sure. We're going back to pick 2 or
Tyler.
Second pick of the
place 2.
Tyler. Yep.
It's an easy one for me.
Let's hear it, man.
He's taking it.
1990.
1990.
No.
67% on Rotten Tomatoes, which actually surprises me.
Ooh.
But I'm going Home Alone.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to. To me, it's the movie. Now again, I think Elf to me is the ultimate Christmas movie. When you say give me a Christmas movie, I think my instinct is Home Alone.
Home Alone.
It's the McAllisters, dude.
Yeah.
It's Kevin McAllister. It's the Wet Bandits, dude. It's
great cast.
It's awesome. It's a movie essentially about nothing, but about everything. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. Fucking
what year?
Love
1990.
1990. Yeah. So I mean, this is what we were talking about. Nightmare Before Christmas a while ago in our past episode, and I said, most of us said, we don't remember a time when we have never seen this movie, and Home Alone is one of those movies where I can't. It was just so odd. Like 1990. Like man, I must have been 2.
I was 0.
3.
I was -2.
You were born in 1990.
I know, but I'm trying to think of when I actually saw it.
I was like, bruh.
I'm trying to think of when I saw it. I had to have been 2 or 3. And I know we showed Zosha this when she was probably 2, and she loved it.
She was younger than that because we were watching Home Alone in our pregnancy.
Our Christmas photo and everything,
Pregnancy video for
Amelia. So I mean, like, yeah. And Home Alone fucking holds up, man.
It does.
It's still funny. I still laugh out loud.
It goes back to our John Candy, too.
Yeah, I mean, the spider scene on Marv's face is probably one of the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude, Joe Pesci.
Oh, God.
Like, you have Joe Pesci. People see Joe Pesci today, and they're like, oh, my God, Joe Pesci. Like, he's in a fucking Christmas comedy movie as this 2-bit thief. You know what I mean?
Not
correct.
As a mobster. I'm like,
but that's exactly,
Yeah.
and he's amazing. And then like you just have the whole McAllister family. You have fucking Buzz. You have the uncle who's you little jerk. That little that like all of that
sleep with
shit.
Fuller, he wets the bed. Yeah,
all of that shit is just fucking. You are what the French say, lazy competent. Like that shit is hilarious, dude.
I love I think one of my favorite parts of the movie too is the scene where Kevin's talking to the neighbor, the creepy neighbor guy that they're all afraid of.
The Michigan whatever they call him, the salts of the dead bodies.
And
hilarious.
They just have that heart to heart about he misses his son, he hasn't got to see him. He's like, well, fuck, try talking to him. It's the holidays, he might come along. And at the end of the movie, you see them reconnect.
Yep.
You're like, oh.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
And it's like it's just like as a kid watching a kid dominate 2 thieves trying to come into his house. There's just nothing better. It's just like he literally beats him at his own fucking game, dude. Like it's one of the and it's harmless fun. A lot of it's just harmless comedy. Like it is a scary subject when you think about it. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like you can show it to kids because it's fun and funny, and the fucking the like get out of here, little pervert, like
the fucking Michael Jordan cutout that
rolls
across,
correct, dude, like that kind of shit.
Chicago film,
again, also probably why I'm a little partial to it, but it's just ultimate Christmas. Like it's good for every age. And it holds the fuck up. It's bulletproof. Of like this plays very well, short of like. Everyone has a cell phone nowadays. Yeah. Other than that, like...
I have gotten to visit this house twice. I work down the street from it.
Exactly.
So it's in Chicago.
And that's one of those things, too. Like, everyone in Chicago's like, yeah, I've been by the McAllister house.
Yeah. Like, it's got a fence around it. You cannot walk up to it anymore.
Yeah.
No. Solid pick. Solid pick for sure. Sam.
So... piggybacking right off of that, this was actually in my list is Home Alone 2.
Ooh,
I knew that was
I
knew it was going to come.
That wasn't on my list at all.
It is a good movie. I actually prefer Home Alone 2, I think, compared to 1 now. Like, I like Home Alone 1.
Yeah.
But just holding up wise, I think it's more fun as a kid to think of being stuck in a hotel where there's at least other people around you. It's not so scary as being in a house by yourself all the time. But I love like Rob Schneider and Tim Curry's characters,
God,
and it's like,
man.
Oh my, like it's just
so
funny.
Thanks. I have some tip left over from earlier.
Yeah, no, it's great. I struggled with this as well too. I took 1 because I feel like 1 sets up the like whole McAllister family dynamic really well. Like that's because 2 you miss all that because you're just Kevin's in a hotel figuring shit out.
What year?
It's
Boston,
one of
New York, 1992.
Okay.
It's one of those sequels that the 2 is just as good as 1, if not like right there. Like
they're both
it's
very
a really good
it's a close
sequel.
fucking. It's a close.
So I'm right there with Home Alone 1 and 2 is right kind of.
You still get that heart to heart with the lady in the park. You know, it's like that similar.
Yeah, the bird lady, dude,
Yeah,
scared the fucking shit out of me as a kid.
She did.
She scared shit out of everyone. But that's the whole point. Because by the end, you're like, oh, she's a scary bird lady with poop all over her, but she's nice. Like,
but she's feeding the bird.
Yeah.
Funniest scene? Do you guys have a funny, like, laugh my ass off at the scene?
yeah, dude. When the fucking he makes them beg on their knees, dude. I'm sorry.
I love you. Yeah.
That by far,
That's a
dude.
good one.
By far.
I fucking love when Peter's...
You filthy animal.
When Peter's like, okay, here's my camera, and he's throwing bricks off the building and just hits Marv in the face. Oh my god, I laughed so hard at that scene. Favorite scene?
Tim Curry when he comes in and when he thinks he's in the shower.
Oh,
that
man.
one. I like that one.
You pervert. You better get out of here,
Yeah.
you nosy little pervert. I'm going to slap you silly.
Tim Curry's just so expressive.
Yeah.
That is just,
I
like that.
It is a great movie. Duncan's Toy Chest. Oh, man. Good pick. Good pick.
It was a good one.
Lead us into round 3, yeah. Sam?
All right. Now, I know the director will disagree with me on this, and I know some people might disagree with me on this, but I think Tyler will agree with me on this, that The Nightmare Before Christmas is a fucking banger of a Christmas movie. Because I know it's about Halloween, and
but you can double dip it.
he loses himself, but I'm like, nah.
It's one of those, I watch it on Halloween, I watch it on Christmas.
Yeah, I just see it.
I don't think I watch it during Christmas time.
I do.
I do with the girls.
I'm glad you took it, because now I don't have to, though. I am glad you took it from me, because I didn't, I would have had to have taken it at some point, but I think you can argue, even though we had an entire 4-hour podcast about how this is a fucking Halloween movie, you can make a very damn good argument how this is a Christmas movie.
It's about him finding the spirit of Christmas.
He loves it so much, he wants to bring it back to Halloween
he wants
time.
to bring that joy to everybody.
And the whole resolution of the movie is Santa actually making Christmas happen
for them and giving them that magic.
Yeah,
and
so
solid.
I give it to you. Yeah, I mean, you're not. I'm not gonna. I will never fight you on A Night Before Christmas.
There's a part of me. There's a part of me that wants to veto it. I kind of want to veto it, but I won't do it.
It's got Christmas in the title.
I won't. Yeah, I won't. That's the thing. Yeah, I won't. I'm glad you picked it though, because I didn't want to have that battle.
You're like the battle within was killing you.
No, so I had mentioned to Sam after we recorded our episode that I would have went with Jack's Lament because that was your guys' favorite song from that. I would have went with that, but because you guys picked it, I had to pick something else. So I went with What's This. But I think my second favorite song of that was the Town Hall Meeting. I fucking love that song, and I've listened to it more since we recorded our episode. Fuck, this song is amazing. He's talking about all the different presents.
Yes, I can't believe my eyes. Oh,
yeah. It's a great Christmas movie. It is.
It's
and to be fair, they get into Christmas real quick.
They do
too. So it's more Christmas shit than Halloween if you really want to break it down.
It is. It's just the moral
they're into
of the
Christmas
story.
shit with.
But again, I'll fight you. It's
13,
a Halloween movie.
14
so.
minutes.
It is. At the end, the moral of the story is, you're Halloween. Be happy with what you are, and
I mean, I tell you this.
You are the Pumpkin King.
I'll tell you this: when it shows the list, you're gonna have some type of you got a break of Christmas. This is a good, not knockoff, but good variety of.
I'm fine with
movies.
that because this is just me personally. I like watching this movie during Christmas time.
That's right. Going back to Tyler. Third round.
I'm doing it because I don't think I'm gonna get it back on the picks, and I want to get it before any variations are taken or anything.
Okay.
I'm taking. Hold on. Sorry, I'm gonna let you build suspense one more. I was all caught up in my picks. I want to get a year. 49% on Rotten Tomatoes. 2000. We're going The Grinch. Jim Carrey.
Oh my gosh.
We just watched it.
We just watched this movie.
It's
today.
I am a big. I watch this every year. Every year. And it's a movie, as I've gotten older, I laugh just as hard at it. Because it's just. Jim Carrey is a force of nature in this movie. He's just wild caricature of pop culture, and it's set in the Grinch story that just works perfect for him. You know what I mean? It's just because when you read the book and all that, it's different. He's a much more just grumpus type character. Mm-hmm. Jim Carrey brings this fucking whole other thing to him, and it's just fucking like, you know, if I speak softly, the words can't hear me revibrate back. You're an idiot. Like, dude, like.
So, did you watch the 1967 cartoon version of this movie?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm like, I think
Which
we all
is
had that VHS, but that's what he does. Like, he acts so much like that cartoon come to life. He's perfect for it. The faces, even like the creepy smile he does.
He's like fucking awesome in it, and it's an awesome movie for like being the Grinch story in a long form type thing.
Yeah.
The characters are fucking awesome.
See,
the like hot ass neighbor that's upset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the weird ass mayor. Like the whole history, the Who's, how they do the Who's and everything are hilarious. There's a lot of adult. Like it wasn't until I was like in my 20s that I'm watching it and I realized that like Grinch's parents were swingers. Like I never got that the whole fucking time.
Maddie's like, did they just put a bunch of keys in it?
Yes,
I'm like,
dude. That's I did not realize until I was in my 20s where I was like, dude,
Sam, like,
this is a fucking swinger party.
32,
like,
so.
Yeah, I was 32. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying though. Like that kind of shit, it's fucking
in my
awesome,
defense,
dude. We got Baby Grinch, dude.
I'm not a big fan of this movie. But I cannot deny that Jim Carrey was made for this role. I can't see anybody else playing it. The makeup in this is fucking phenomenal.
It is.
The set deck is amazing.
Yeah, it's a different world.
Amazing.
This is right before like hardcore CGI, so like a lot of this shit is practical. Everything they built.
And this is also it looks so real.
This is also directed by Ron Howard.
Correct.
So you're like, okay, this isn't a fucking slump doing this.
Nope. Dude, look
the
at
music is good.
All the actors in that movie.
Anthony Hopkins narrating this fucking movie.
Dude.
Didn't realize it. I was like,
who's Mr. Who? Isn't Mr. Who fucking?
And all of us are like, whose voice is
fucking
that?
Molly Shannon's in
that
this.
Voice.
Taylor Momsen as Cindy Lou Who does all right, I guess.
Yeah, Molly Shannon, Clint Howard.
The dog
Bill
Max
Irwin.
is great. Yeah, it is a good movie.
It's one of those that it's kind of one of my personal favorites that I wanted to make sure I locked up.
Yeah.
Because it's one of my personal Christmas favorite stories, and it's my favorite version of that.
Didn't
Christmas
realize
story.
they cursed in this movie either. There is one curse.
There is one.
And I was like, I looked at Sam. I was like, whoa. Not that we curse in front of our kids.
Yeah.
We're completely the way we talk here is how we talk in front of our kids.
Yeah, they just know not to swear. But
it's after the Grinch saves the sleigh. Spoilers. But it's after the Grinch saves the sleigh.
Shit?
No, he says he's like snow's bitching.
Or something.
Snow's bitching. I was like, oh, okay, that wasn't even like
very mild, but you're just like
mild. For our kids, that's a mild curse word. Yeah. But I was like, oh, okay. Like our kids the girls didn't turn to look at us and say, oh my god, he cursed. They were just like, okay.
Grinch. Matty and I did though. Matty and I were like, oh,
yeah. No. It is one that I like. It is one that I like. Good pick. I know it's going to be a lot of people's picks as well.
Yeah.
You're up, Matty.
All right. I'm going. This is the end of 3, right?
End of 3rd.
Okay. So I'm going with a musical that I love. This is my all-time favorite Christmas movie. This is Muppets Christmas Carol.
Ooh, okay.
This is not something that is wildly liked by a lot of people, but this has a 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. It came out in 92. This must have been a pivotal time for Muppets, I'm assuming, as well.
Yeah.
Because like they had Muppets Treasure Island, they had Muppet Babies.
I love Muppets Treasure Island.
Yeah. Tim Curry.
Again,
that song, that pirate song they sing is one of the best pirate songs they've ever created.
Okay. I don't even remember that one, but I know I like the movie.
Yeah, dude.
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Muppets with the girls because I think they would like them.
Pirate.
Yeah. No, I love the music. Fucking Sir Michael Caine in this movie.
Yep.
Dominates as Scrooge.
Yep.
This is really one of the only.
It's a very good one.
The only times that I really enjoyed the Muppets. I wasn't a big Muppets fan. I don't know. It's hard to say that. Like
we're a big Muppets family.
I wasn't a big Muppets fan, but I know I liked Muppets Babies.
I was gonna say I remember like Muppets Babies.
And I know I like
Babies,
and I know I like the Treasure Island one. But yeah, outside of that, I wasn't a big Muppets fan. But I love this movie. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel sad. It's
It's a Christmas Carol, man.
It's
Dickens.
yeah. I do love a lot of I do love a lot of different renditions of A Christmas Carol.
There's
so this
75 of them.
Yeah. And they're still making them.
Yeah.
So I mean,
on their lists, I'm sure.
yeah. So I mean, it's a fantastic film. It makes me feel so good. I love the music. I love everything about it.
Good.
The music is very.
I love Rizzo. Rizzo's one of my favorite. Yeah. Gonzo is great in this movie because he is Charles Dickens, and
Gonzo and Rizzo in general, they always got that.
They're a good team. Yeah. Oh shit! I get the first pick of 4 as well.
I was gonna say,
oh my gosh! Okay.
This is what I'm waiting to see what you pick because this determines a
4.
lot for me.
Okay, let's go with this. I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna put some fucking different movies into my thing. You guys could argue this with me as well. Feel free to veto this. 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, 1988's Die Hard.
I knew it. I knew that was coming.
Is this getting vetoed? Are we keeping this?
No, you can have it. You can have it. It's one that...
Enough people say it.
That's what it is. Yeah. I'm not a huge Die Hard's a Christmas movie guy, but I'm not a huge... a lot of people are going to get mad, but I'm not a big Die Hard guy in general.
No, I'm not either.
So, like, if people love Die Hard and say, like, this is a Christmas movie, you can have it. That's fine. Because I have some like there are some odd movies that I consider kind of Christmas movies that are fun. So I figured that was going at some point because that's like every year it's like, is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not?
Yeah.
So I'm cool with it. I will not veto that at all.
Sam and I watched this for the first time last year.
Die Hard?
Yeah.
It's not a bad movie.
No, it's not.
It's just,
I couldn't believe it took me so long. And we watched them all. I was like, all right, let's just get them all. We knocked them all out of the way. The only one I had seen at that time was the Live Free or Die Hard. That's mostly because Kevin Smith and Justin Long were in it. But I was like, let's go back and watch Die Hard. So we watched it. And I was like, man, it's a Christmas party. So that's why a lot of people are like, this is a Christmas
movie is.
He's at this building. It's a Christmas party. Fucking
Nagasaki Towers.
Alan Rickman as your main villain, Hans.
Yep.
Great. He's awesome. I guess I won't say he's great. I'll take that back. He's not great, but he's a good villain. He's a really good villain. He's menacing.
He's a good action movie.
Yeah, I mean...
It's an 80s action movie.
Fuck it. I don't even remember his name, but Donald Winslow from Family Matters is the main cop in this movie. And he's the outside help cop, and it's very quotable movie. Not very quotable movie, but...
I think of it the most because of The Office.
Yeah.
When Plop's
like,
every line of the movie.
So you're afraid of flying, huh? Or whatever. Scared
I thought you were going to give me... Yeah, that's the first line.
It's the first line of the movie, yeah. No, this was one that I wanted to add some diversity to my list, or my team.
Some controversy.
Yes. So I'm hoping...
Die Hard is your Nightmare Before Christmas?
Die Hard is my Nightmare Before Christmas. Might not exactly fit into the Christmas team, but it is a Christmas team. It does go on the team.
It's a good pick. Like I said, I think it's one that like a lot of people consider that like a Christmas movie that they absolutely love. So
yeah,
you'll get a lot of people that agree with you, I feel like.
Cool. All right, back to you, Tyler.
I know.
Man, I just realized I only have one more pick.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm getting trouble. You guys haven't stolen as many picks as I was hoping for. And now I'm kind of getting to the point where, like, now I got to make a fucking choice of what I actually want on my list because I was, like, banking on some of these being gone. And now I'm kind of fucked.
I'm proud of us for being so diverse, though.
Yeah,
it's actually kind of surprising.
It is cool.
We have less fuck yous in this episode.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought I was going to be like, what do we got?
2003, 78%. A wild Christmas movie. Bad Santa.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking a different 2003 movie.
All right.
I'm going Bad fucking Santa. This was a movie that I remember everyone being like, yo, you gotta go see Bad Santa. And being like, all right, I'll get to it.
At the time, you're fucking 11 or 12, yeah.
Yeah, like, and I remember when I finally watched Bad Santa being like, oh, this is a different Christmas movie.
Oh, yeah.
But it's hilarious. Like, Billy Bob Thornton is the biggest scumbag you could fucking imagine. And I've watched it now many more times recently as I've gotten older, and I still laugh just as hard. And it's like, especially like how the world has gotten, like it's a movie that would not get made today, and the same jokes that are in this movie, like the way he talks to people and kids and shit, it's just like, it's that old late 90s, early 2000s, like hardcore,
it's like the
scumbag
Office,
humor.
Like, you can't talk like that shit anymore.
And that's what Bad Santa is, and there is zero other Christmas movie like it. That's what I think is like special about Bad Santa, is like every Christmas movie's feel good, this or that. Like this movie still is a feel good Christmas type movie, but it's like we're gonna throw fucking titties and motherfuckers in your face the whole time, you know. And I love it, you know. So
it is very. John Ritter is great.
That's what I'm saying. It's got a Bernie Mac's in that goddamn movie. Yeah. He's the security guy, dude. He's the security officer, dude. That's like, it's got the elf, the black little person.
Yeah.
That's in.
I know him mostly.
Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna say.
But he's in a lot of movies. But like I'm saying, it's got a banger cast.
Yes.
A lot of memorable moments, and it's just
I'm
again
on my fucking lunch break,
dude.
Oh man, it's so good.
When he drunkenly destroys the kid's advent calendar and then tapes it all together in the morning because he feels
he's like, this one's got a candy corn. He's like, they all can't be winners, kid.
Dude, some of the funniest shit of all time.
They finally he gives him his report card. He's like, he reads his name. He's like, Thurman Merman. That's your name? He's like, yeah. He makes him the wooden pickle. It's got fucking
terrible.
Blood all over it.
Yeah, he cuts his hand. Dude.
Yeah,
he
just starts screaming. He's like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" Oh, it's good.
It is a terrible movie, and like it's just this shit is so bad. Like as far as like not okay to be laughing at.
No,
but it's awesome. It's just, and again, to me, it still holds up. Like it's
still my junk.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like. There's so many points where you're like, there's no way that just fucking came out of his mouth, dude. Like, I love it. It's also a movie based in Arizona. There's not a lot of them, so I love it. Like, I'm happy to take that pride on my fourth rounder to get a Bad Santa in there. The scumbags will get that vote for sure. They know that movie for sure. So
it's a good one.
I'll take it.
And I remember, 13 is prime. Like. Prime, who's my new crush of movies, and Lauren Graham was up there of like, damn.
Yeah, dude, she was fucking scumbag Santa, dude. It was like, all right.
That's my Lorelai, man.
Yeah.
That's my girl for life. Gilmore Girls.
I remember sneaking off to like, because I wasn't, I'm 13, I wasn't supposed to be watching that movie, but my uncle had it, and my uncle lived with us, and I was like, damn, he's got it. I'm gonna go sneak and I'm gonna watch that, and I watched it for the first time because I snuck and watched it.
There you go.
Good movie. Good pick.
Thank you.
Sam.
All right, I'm going off something that we watch this movie every year. It makes me laugh just as fucking hard every year. I'm going 2008, 4 Christmases. I
thank God.
Fucking love this movie.
Oh, you just made my life so much easier, because that was like one that I was really, so thank you, because now I'm only down, now I have 2. If you snipe the next pick, that makes my life even better. Thank you. I love this movie.
Fucking love it.
Tim McGraw in this fucking movie is one of the best acting performances.
Let's just say, like, this is a hidden gem that most people don't watch.
I agragree.
So good.
The fucking Vin Diesel performing.
Dude, the opening scene where they're acting like they don't know each other, like, because they're like they've been dating forever and they're strangers, like fucking out in public, dude.
Bitch,
hilarious. And then they're at home, brush his teeth, like, was that a little too strong? Was that a little too much?
Did you like Kent?
Yeah,
I like Kent. I did,
dude. Hilarious.
Yeah.
I actually think Vince Vaughn is Sleepy, one of the best rom-com actors of all time. Like, he doesn't do enough of them, because like The Breakup, 4 Christmases, he kills rom-com roles, because he just is that Midwestern, like, doesn't give a fuck guy. Like, and in 4 Christmases, I fucking love that movie. Every Christmas gets weirder and weirder, dude. It's
I love
awesome.
when he's like,
I'm so happy you took this.
I love when he's with his brothers. John Favreau's his brother.
Dude, they're all MMA fighters.
Beat the shit. He's like, they do cockfights for real. It's crazy. And he's explaining them. He goes, I know there's gonna be barriers and you can't see them, and he's just mansplaining this shit to them, and they're just staring at him like they don't understand a word he says, and he's like, but you're gonna respect me and you're gonna respect these
He
rules.
buys his
They
nephew
fucking
a
jab him in the throat.
He buys his nephew an Xbox. He's like, oh man, it was tough to stay under the $10 budget rule this weekend. He's like,
The what?
do you mean?
What?
And he opens it and the kid's like, you don't even love us, and takes off all his clothes and runs around.
He takes his
They
street
play
dude.
Fucking what's that catchphrase or whatever?
Oh, the
my
best
god!
scene.
Where she's
We
like,
always say that this is
Taboo.
me and Sam.
it's
That's
so
us.
fucking.
This is us. Like
funny,
we could play
dude.
this game and we would.
Mexican dude.
Yeah.
Like, that would
Yeah.
be us.
Next to the bedroom dresser, a sock.
A sock.
That night you called me from the bar, alibi.
No, I helped you come up with this when you came home
Yep.
from the bar.
Yeah.
Alibi. Yep. Oh,
No, that's
man.
Matty and I playing Taboo. 100%.
No, it's hilarious.
Fucking-
it's there's so many, and then like
I
again,
love when
her
there's-
family's just as funny
Yeah.
too. Like when
Mary
they go,
Steenburgen.
when he's fucking being Joseph.
Yeah.
Oh,
blow
I
the-
blow the roof off
We
this
say that
bitch.
all the time. We
All
quote,
the
"We're gonna blow the
time.
roof off this bitch," and he's like, "Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather," and he's like, "I don't know what to do. Do I play it like this or do I do this? I don't know. There's so many different options. Was Joseph like this because he, the daddy of the baby
And he
is
comes
mine?
in like,
I don't
no
know."
one shall touch this boy.
I love when they're setting up the satellite on the roof, and he's like, "It's satellite dish, dish, dish." Like, it's
Well,
just
dude,
so
talk about
fucking
sneaky,
fun.
dude. Fucking Robert Duvall is like amazing in this
Yeah.
movie. Like he's just the scumbag dad who's like
Yeah.
an Oscar-winning actor who's like, yeah, I'll do this.
How
role.
much is this gift gonna cost
Yeah.
me every month? And
It's like, oh,
looks at
well, your
Reese
mother
Witherspoon.
never gave a shit. He's like, Dad, you were cheating on her and drinking every weekend. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I didn't to her face.
Yeah,
never lied
yeah, he's
to
like,
her
I was a
face.
decent man. I never did it to her face.
You're like, oh my.
Oh man,
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I like Mary Steinberg, which is I just want to fully give myself to Pastor Tim. Was it Pastor Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Give
my
more.
God.
More than Grandma was like,
They're all just.
I
want to.
I want to be able to pleasure him more with my mouth, and he's like,
Yeah.
Did she
Yeah.
just-
Vin
did she
Diesel's
just
like,
say that?
What the
Vin
fuck?
Diesel,
What?
Vin Diesel.
Oh, Vin. I did it again.
Jesus
Fuck!
Christ, she's just trying
Vince
to get
Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn.
Your
Holy
pick's been taken away.
I know.
Jesus
my bees.
Christ.
My bees.
But
Yeah, no, great pick. I love this movie.
yeah,
It's good.
And
A
again,
hidden-
I do think it's a movie that like a lot of people
hidden
sleep on.
gem.
They
Yeah,
do.
for sure.
Smell each other's hands. There's so many things
Yeah.
we use from that movie.
I really want to get your gas money. We say that all the time to each other.
Yes. When the fucking
We used
best
to be
friends
friends.
dating.
We used to be friends.
Mhm.
I don't want to be your dad. I just want to be your friend. We were
We're
friends.
friends.
We were
We were
best
best
friends. We used to smell each other's hands.
Fuck my mother.
Yeah. Oh man. Fucking sissy SpaceX is his mom.
Oh god.
Yep.
Yeah. Good one.
God, even that. Can't say that.
pick.
Yeah, when they're playing, can't say that. You don't have to buzz it that loud. It's the same loud for everybody.
And funny, her sister that she's like always really annoying, the like really hot one that's like breastfeeding and all
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit. Her husband that's like just like the cuck guy that's sitting there the whole
Uh-huh.
time. That's Steve Wiebe, who is from that documentary. That's my favorite documentary of all time. He's the King of Kong.
Yeah.
He's the one that set.
Oh no shit.
The guy that directed it is his friend. He did the documentary King of Kong. So he got he put Steve in all his movies ever since then on.
Nice.
So that's like he's the husband that doesn't say anything and just kind of sits there.
It's just there.
That's him.
Nice. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
That's good.
Fun.
Sam.
Oh, that movie's so
Yeah, end it out. This is your last
That's your
pick.
last pick,
Make it
Sam.
count.
I know, and it's hard. I'm looking at all of these, and I'm like,
There's a lot on my list still, so this is crazy.
I know. It's gonna come to me, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do too.
I think I might go with my heart just because it's so fucking funny. I think I'm gonna do another funny one, guys.
Do it.
I think I'm gonna go with The Night Before.
Oh fuck!
2015.
That was gonna be my fucking last pick. You fucking cunt.
I'm going with it.
God damn it.
The fucking hidden gem of this movie is Michael Shannon. Like, can we
Yep.
just appreciate him?
Oh, him.
In
He's
this
been
role-
appreciated
Christmas
forever,
present.
bro.
If
The
this
weed of Christmas.
Yeah.
Because it's a present.
if this is the weed of Christmas present, it isn't all weed of Christmas present. He's like
Only on Christmas.
Only on Christmas.
He gets his fucking wings at the end.
Oh
and
my
shit.
God, yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Seth
Seth
Rogen, Anthony
Yeah, it's
Mackie,
all
all
them fuckers,
fucking
dude.
good. Man, this is
It's
the
Mindy
the
Kaling's even.
the
and there's a
Nutcracker
bunch of
Ball.
people.
Yeah, the Nutcracker Ball is great. The Miley Cyrus scene where he fucking
Yeah. what I said, like,
where he
the little
proposes
cameos
and
in
she's
here.
like, I fucking love you. Like, she's just doing all the background
Singing in
shit.
the
Yeah.
background.
Oh man, this is I'm trying to think of like my favorite quote from this movie is. I love when Seth Rogen's in the fucking church and he's stoned out of his mind, and he's like, oh, he sees Jesus on the cross. And he's like, we didn't do that. He's got the Hebrew star on his chest, and he's like, oh, he's hiding it. Oh man,
I like when his wife finds the video and is like, fuck you, baby. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Because he's panicking and freaking out. It's so good.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Because it comes back together still as like a wholesome Christmas story about,
It is. Beautiful
they're
story.
friends. They're helping their friend get out of his rut and find himself. But in the meantime, they're all having their own lives and families.
Yep.
And it's got both. It's got laughs, it's got fucks, and it's got family.
I was going to make this my last fucking pick.
I got it.
Yep.
All right, Tyler.
We just talked about
I'm in a fucking big pickle because that didn't help me at all.
Hey, I got one down. I got 4 Christmases.
Yeah.
Okay, I did my duty.
All right, I'm doing it. I'm taking an offhand Christmas movie because if I don't take it, it's something that I'm always the first to be like, "Yep, throw this in there." 84. Taking Gremlins, dude.
Yeah.
I have
It's a good one. I do have it on my list.
And it's a full-on Christmas movie.
Yeah.
There is no movie without Christmas. That's how fucking Gizmo gets brought into the picture, dude.
Yep.
Dad needs a Christmas present for his fucking son.
This is another one that I don't remember a time when I haven't watched this movie.
And it's oddly a movie, if you can get over, like, the 80s, like, actual puppetry robot things that they were using, like, because it's a little, like, still a great movie, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I fucking love It's still a good... Again, it's like Spielberg and that whole
Gizmo's
shit. Like,
just the
again,
cutest
it's
thing in the
Gizmo
world.
and the
Everyone
Gremlins.
wanted a
Everyone
Gizmo.
knows what a fucking gremlin is. And
Yeah.
when they don't feed them after midnight, don't get them wet, dude. Like,
Yep.
you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those that I feel like there's a lot of good Christmas shit still on the list. We'll talk about honorable mentions and shit after this.
Yeah.
But, like,
'Cause there are
it's just
some.
one of those, like, that on this list is my personal one where I'm like, I need Gremlins on my list.
This is on the list to show the girls because
Yes.
they haven't seen it yet, and I want to watch it this holiday season to show it to them.
I'm big on, like, if I know someone hasn't watched the Gremlins, I'm like, let's watch Gremlins. Because everyone's like, this is fucking stupid. And then you start watching it, and slowly they're like, oh, Gizmo's kind of cute, dude. And then it's like, and then Spike comes up, and you're like, what the fuck is that? You know? And it's just like, slowly, and then all of a sudden you're just in that, like, Spielberg fucking Gremlins magic, dude. It's like, it's just fucking
Phoebe
crazy.
Cates is in it.
Dude,
And it's one of those casts that I can't name everybody from this cast, but I
you've
like
seen them all.
everybody. Like the scene where the mom is killing the gremlins in her kitchen.
Yeah, she's putting down
Such
the,
a
like,
cool scene.
garbage disposal.
Yeah, putting them in a microwave.
Yep.
I also,
It's like a horror movie in a way.
Yeah, I love when the one gremlin jumps into the pool and you're like, oh, fuck. You know how many are going to come out of that?
Mhm.
This is scary. And they're taking over the whole town. Gizmo riding the little car. Shit's cute as hell.
I love it.
It's a good wrap up.
I'm a little mad. Like I said, there's some on the board that I may get home and kind of kick myself, but I'm taking it because it's a movie that you can't sneak on many lists, so I'm sneaking it on my Christmas list.
Okay. Solid pick. It's a good one. It was on my list. Man.
You got 2 picks, or 1 pick.
1 pick.
Yeah.
Fucking
5th
wish I-
round.
All right. So since Sam took The Night Before, which was the raunchy comedy that I wanted, I'm going to choose another raunchy comedy. And I think this is another movie that people sleep on. This is a 2016 film. 39% on Rotten Tomatoes. Why Him?
Oh,
This is
I have
Brian.
no idea what this is.
Oh, this is Bryan
You
Cranston and
would
James
fucking
Franco.
love
Oh, yes, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is
Oh,
like
man.
her like, her
yes.
boyfriend's like famous.
Yeah,
I've
rich
seen this.
because of
Yeah,
his,
he's rich
video game
because-
company.
Yes, I've seen this.
Oh my god, I love this movie. I love James Franco's hilarious. He plays just this out of control boyfriend and Bryan Cranston's the dad, and oh god, what's her
Zoe,
name? Zoe Deutsch,
Deutsch,
something like that. Yeah.
I don't think it's douche, so
No,
we're
it's
gonna go
douche.
with Zoe Deutsch.
Megan Mullally is in it, and one of the best parts about it is Keegan-Michael Key's in it, and he plays Gustav, his like butler, best friend or something, and
like hardcore life assistant.
Yeah, and he's just so funny. There's a scene where he's got to explain to Bryan Cranston that it's a paperless house, so they don't have toilet paper. So he's got to use the fucking bidet, and he's got to locate his asshole. Hilarious shit. And he's teaching. He teaches James Franco like self-defense, so he'll randomly just jab him in the neck or start attacking him. He's like, he throws a chicken at him because he's. So good. Oh man.
We quote this quite a lot too.
We
like,
do.
You double digger, you
double dicking son of a bitch.
Titties. That's
yeah.
A good word. Ask him what his favorite swear word is.
Yes. Oh man, the Flemings are in the fucking house.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Like.
The tattoo.
I feel like if anybody hasn't seen this movie, you could watch the Red Band trailer for this movie and get a really good feel
of what you're gonna be
watching. What you'd be getting into to watch this movie, and it's hilarious. She brings them home for Christmas. She brings the parents to meet them for Christmas. So this is a Christmas film that you might be sleeping on. So check this one out. That's how I want to wrap up my list. I think we all have a very diverse list of, hey, this is the Christmas classic I threw in here. Here's my heart pick. Like, this is the one that comes from my heart. This is my
I'll give all the lists off and what everyone picked, and then we can go over honorable mentions. So we'll start with Sam. Sam, number 1, The Santa Claus.
Yes.
Number 2, Home Alone 2. Third pick, Nightmare Before Christmas. Fourth pick, Four Christmases. Fifth pick, The Night Before. I had the second pick, Tyler. We had number 1, Elf. Number 2, Home Alone 1. Number 3, Grinch 2000 Jim Carrey version. Number 4, Bad Santa. Number 5, Gremlins.
It's a good one.
And Matty with the third pick had number 1, Christmas, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Number 2, Jingle All the Way. Number 3, Muppets Christmas Carol. Number 4, Die Hard. Number 5, Why Him? Honorable mentions.
Sam.
Give us one of your honorable mentions.
Surviving Christmas.
Not a Muppets.
Oh, Surviving is a good one.
With Ben Affleck and
James Gandolfini, Catherine O'Hara. Yeah, this is
Applegate.
This is a hidden gem. Yeah, I love this one. I didn't even think about this one when I was writing this list, but I don't think it would have made my top 5. But
it's a good.
Yeah, definitely check this one out if you haven't seen it yet. What's one of your honorable mentions, Tyler?
Scrooged.
Oh, that was my first on that.
That's my big one. That's my favorite iteration of Christmas Carol.
Okay, solid one. So Sam still hasn't seen it.
It was New Age Scrooge, like if Scrooge was today, but they made it in the 80s. Mm-hmm. So it's like if A Christmas Carol took place in the 80s, and
he's like an asshole producer.
Yep. He's like an asshole TV producer, and it's just Bill Murray being a fucking dickhead, but in his funny way. I love A Christmas Carol.
It is a very good one. It is a very good one. I had Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah, classic.
This was one of them that if I would have chose it, I would have been going for the votes. I wouldn't have been going.
Same thing. It was same thing. Like I had like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, like
Frosty the Snowman,
all that shit. Like is stuff
that
plays on TV. That's like it's super famous, but is my favorite? No, my mom and dad maybe because they grew up, But for me, no. I agree. I think all that's in the same kind of boat. That's probably the most popular out of them, though.
I'm actually shocked because I had mentioned to Sam and some of our friends, I'm like, there's one of them in particular that if I were to add this movie to the list, I'd be going just for the votes because I don't like this movie, and it's A Christmas Story, and none of us picked it.
Oh,
it's one of my favorite Christmas movies. It got played out for me. Yeah, I don't know. I love it.
Fuck you, TBS. Yeah.
It just wasn't.
I think it's the highest.
It wasn't fitting on my list.
I think it's the highest. What is this? Rotten Tomato score is 90%. Out of all my list, is 90% is the highest, and that's A Christmas Story.
Yeah, no, I fucking love that movie. That's one that I struggled with taking Gremlins over, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was that, Scrooged, and A Christmas Story that I was all between, but I wanted to take the odd pick.
I had like a childhood favorite, but I wouldn't consider it a Christmas movie just because it's like 30 minutes. But in 1986, that's when they made Mickey's Christmas Carol, going back to like a Christmas Carol rendition. Like the girls watch that in like May. They don't even care what time of year it is.
How's it going?
You ever seen Christmas with the Cranks?
Yeah.
I have not.
I like that movie. It's a sleepy good one too. It's just it's Tim Allen just doing it's Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis just like.
Well, maybe we'll get another one because Jamie Lee's just trying.
Yeah,
to
true. And so is Tim.
Yeah.
So no, but it's another good one where like they just are the ultimate Christmas family. Their daughter goes to college, and Tim Allen goes, "Fuck it, dude. This year we're going to the goddamn Bahamas, bro. Fuck Christmas." And Dan Aykroyd's in it, and like so everyone's mad. They're not like. Doing their normal Christmas shit.
Yeah, because they're like the big decorators.
They are like
they're
the
Christmas family.
people, and they decide like, hey, sorry, I know we do the party and we do this and that every year, but this year
we're going on vacation.
We're going to the Bahamas, bro. And then right before they're supposed to leave, their daughter calls and she's like, hey, I'm coming home for Christmas. And so it's like now
they got to throw it all together at last.
So the whole movie's about them like fucking having to derail everything they wanted to do to now scramble and try to get Christmas going.
I've never seen it in one sitting all the way through. I've seen it in bits and pieces, but it's one of I think it's Kevin's favorite.
It's a good movie. It's got a lot of good like funny individual scenes and
that's
like,
family friendly, right? Like we can watch it with the girls, I think.
I believe.
Oh
so,
yeah, I'd say so. I think so. It's just Tim Allen doing stupid.
I mean, yeah,
I
it's
watched
fucking
it as
Tim
a
Allen,
child,
so I
but
imagine.
That doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything.
I think it's probably no worse than Santa Claus.
Yeah, I'll definitely check out Christmas with the Cranks.
You know what movie I'm surprised someone didn't say?
What's that?
Love Actually.
I was gonna. That's
I
one
have
of my
it on-
mom's like favorite movie.
I have it on here.
I haven't seen it. I saw it. I've seen it a few times and I like it, but it's just not one that like
Heavily quoted in our house, but
it's not a top pick for me.
I love this movie. The problem is that I love certain storylines that they do, and I hate certain storylines that they do. So it's like, I love it, but there's time. It's like when I watch Pulp Fiction. Like, there's parts of me that just wants to fast forward through certain people because I want to get to the people I actually care about.
Yeah.
And that's the problem I have with Love Actually. But I do love it. It's written or typed on this list.
I mean,
so it is
that was one of our Christmas cards one year too.
It was. Another one I'd have on here, but this would be arguable, is Batman Returns.
Yeah, I have that too.
Do you? Yeah.
It's one of those that like I don't think even as a kid I considered it a Christmas movie until I got older and I started like looking into Christmas lists.
Yeah.
And that starts popping up and it's just people trying to get cute with like, well, there's a Christmas parade at the beginning of the movie. It's set in winter, you know what I mean? But like, again, one of my favorite Batman movies, so like I'll take it.
It's a fantastic movie.
But it's to me that's not really a. But it's on my list. Yeah.
No, yeah.
I threw it on there.
It's like, crazy when we make this list too, because you're like, why even put on this on here? We know it's not going to make it in our top 5.
But you had to make sure.
Why we do it? I think
you had to know.
Yeah.
I had also. You ever see Jack Frost?
Yes, I had that.
Hell yeah, the Michael Keaton.
Great movie. It's not like super. It's more like winter. You know what I mean? But it's
I think he died before Christmas. I think.
Yeah, but then that's like his Christmas like wish.
And a year later
like,
or some shit. Yeah.
Correct, but same thing. It's just like a winter.
It's been a minute since I've seen it.
So that was one of those at Blockbuster that would fuck you up because there's 2 Jack Frosts, and one was like the killer looking snowman, and the other one was like the friendly Michael Keaton. You know what I mean? So like that was a big one. The only other one that I had that I like to mention every time, because a lot of people haven't seen it, but it's like a movie that I remember watching a fuck ton when I was a kid. 8 Crazy Nights. Not Christmas, because it's more of like a Jewish movie, Hanukkah. But it's a great.
I would have counted it as Christmas for sure. Yeah,
it's a cartoon movie. It's actually really funny. You get Whitey, the fucking basketball referee that like
Adam Sandler
wearing a sports bra.
Adam Sandler does like all the voices.
Correct.
He's like this is like his Nutty Professor.
Yeah, and I remember it coming out like me and my buddies watching it all the time.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of our grade, especially.
Yeah, like it was a big hit.
It was the first like naughty.
Correct.
Animated film.
Yeah, it was like a naughty Christmas animated thing that Adam Sandler was doing.
One that I think when we were younger and we saw that it was like an inappropriate from the trailers, but we were able to convince our parents like, hey, let's rent this one because it's a cartoon. What's bad going to come from a cartoon? I have Black Christmas in here. A lot of people may or may not have seen this movie. It's a horror film, 1974. I enjoy this one. And then my last honorable mention I have is one that we watched last year for the first time. It's brand new. Yeah, Happiest Season.
Mine too.
Yeah, good movie. Very good movie.
Anything with Dan Levy.
Yeah, the cast is really good. Dan Levy's in this movie. This is the first film that made me say, man, I could actually see Kristen Stewart's potential as an actress. I never really appreciated her, and this is one that she really stood out, as well as Aubrey Plaza. When Aubrey Plaza acted in this film, I was like, that's not Aubrey Plaza.
Because she didn't do her normal...
Yeah, she didn't do her normal I guess, mannerisms, which is the same thing as Kristen Stewart. Like, she doesn't do her stupid gasps for every line that she does.
Her stutter.
And yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's a heartfelt film. It's Hulu original, so if you guys have Hulu, check out Happiest Seasons. It's definitely worth checking out. Those are our honorable mentions. That was our Christmas draft list. This was solid. This was fun.
Yeah.
I think next time we make our list smaller, that way we have more fuck yous, but
Honestly, though, for us thinking that Christmas was going to be such a narrow draft pick, no, it ended up being a hell of a lot more diverse than we thought.
I'm excited to see these results. We will move on to our read, play, watch. My read is something that Tyler might be interested in. This is Gotham Knights Gilded City. This is the prequel. This is the prequel series.
This is where they're releasing the codes out of?
Yes. So there's going to be 6 issues, and each of the issues gets a code for the Gotham Knights game of something that you unlock that's exclusive to buying these comic books.
So far it's been a motorcycle and akimbo sticks for Robin.
Yes.
Or for Nightwing.
Issue 3, I believe, is going to have something for Batwoman or Batgirl. But no, this tells the story of, I believe, what's leading up to Batman's death. Because Batman is in this. And it's the artwork's pretty interesting. It's not too crazy. It's not too realistic.
Yeah, no.
I do like the suits. This is actually one of those. So this one's got a double. Or you open it up.
Oh, it's got the full
cast. But no, they do flashbacks to the past. And Sam, you read these as well. Do you like it? Are you kind of like, nah, I don't know if I'm going to keep reading it? I am going to buy all 6 issues because I am enjoying it very much. Nightwing gets kind of fucking bitchy in this one because Batman comes into Bloodhaven and he's like, this is my area. Dude. He's like, dude, calm the fuck down, Dick.
But then really quick, he's like,
I'll be honest.
You know what? I'm glad you're here.
Everybody but Jason is bitchy in that game.
Okay.
They all have like
Moody
a little bit of like a little bitchy.
They're hanging
especially
on
Robin though. Like Nightwing. They lean into him. He's like Mr. Circus, Mr. Diva, Mr. like eyes on him. Like
he's definitely like that in the comic.
Like
too.
that's and like Tim's kind of like a bitch and kind of just like this 16-year-old kid that's very like, I looked for Batman for everything. Now I'm like a lost puppy. Like Jason's the only one that's like, I've had real fucking loss. I know the stakes of this fucking game. Like, everyone needs to fucking sack the fuck up or we're gonna get just smoked out here.
Okay.
And then Barbara's just, like, super smart Barbara.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Batgirl's always handling her shit. But yeah, no, Dick is... But then it's like a lot of that comes out in the game, throughout the game. Like, once Batman's gone, like, you get a lot of reflection from Nightwing of being like,
okay,
fuck, man. Like...
Yeah.
And you realize how much, like, everyone in the team also relies on Dick to be that, like, kind of... positive, like, douchebaggy confidence kind of picks them all up because it's unrelenting. It's kind of like Spider-Man. You know how he just always is joking?
Yeah,
even in whatever situation, it's like the team kind of... The Avengers feed off the young kid that's kind of giving the quips, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of like he keeps the Arkham Knights going because... Or the Gotham Knights going because he's very much like... this unrelenting diva, like every girl wants to be with him. Like every time he talks to Barbara, he's like, you know, we had something at one point. She's like, yeah, that's exactly why we're not dating anymore. Like, because you're a fucking douchebag. Like, but that's just who he is. But so it's interesting.
They do some really cool flashbacks.
That's cool.
I think they're gearing up for telling some background for the court. So it's cool. I like it. It's enjoyable. It's good.
And they just released a big thing for the game too, an update where they added like this new 30-floor thing where you fight through 30 floors of enemies essentially.
Oh, cool.
And you can do it with 4 people instead of 2. So you can get the full squatted up to play every character and fight if you want to, which is awesome. And spoiler, but at the bottom, when you finally get to the bottom of the mystery, it's fucking Starro. So Starro's in the game. Why?
Okay.
Don't know. He's the big DC like villain at the moment. So like
everybody knows him right now.
Correct. So yeah, I guess it's some Starro shit. But again, it's just more like the game's still building. They're still doing comic books. They're releasing content. So the game runs a lot more smooth now than it did at release. So good things. I still am having a lot of fun with it. So I'm happy you're enjoying this. I'll probably wait for the whole series to come out and hit it in one big go. But I actually hear pretty good things about it too.
Yeah, this is the first 2 issues. They only have 2 issues out right now.
I think, right?
What's that?
Like one a month?
Yeah, this is a monthly issue.
Yeah.
So now it's December. The third issue will be coming out. So it should be wrapping up in March. So
Cool.
the book will probably be expected in June.
Going into my play, I actually was gonna mention the update for Gotham Knights, so we got that out of the way.
Nice.
That's a nice little
Segue.
But the other thing that I've been playing just came out. Midnight Suns, Marvel Midnight Suns.
Oh, it's out now.
Came out December 2nd. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah?
It's awesome. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Like, it's for sure just not going to be. But there's so much more RPG aspect. You basically... There's prequels right now. Like, they put out prequel 8-minute shorts, like 4 or 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Before you play the game, you can watch these little shorts on the Marvel channel. And you're essentially like this... The main bad guy, Lilith, is like this witch that's like a Scarlet Witch kind of era and strength and all that shit.
Okay.
She has this kid with this like guy that she wasn't supposed to, because now they have like this half-bred human witch thing that wasn't supposed to exist. This kid, which is in turn you, which you're like this superhero. They call you the Hunter. You're basically like this thing you develop. And the Midnight Suns is basically just recruiting all these ragtag people and the Avengers to come and fight Lilith, because Lilith has come back and she's basically like taken over all these supervillains and made them extra bad, like demon powered type people. The customization's fucking crazy, as far as you can just put them in different like things that they wear at the like school. You're basically at like this school. It's almost like walking around like Professor X school, but you're at like this library, they call it. It's basically like Agatha Hargrave's old shit.
Okay.
So it's a lot of tied to that. And the fighting is all turnstile, so it's from the makers of XCOM, so it's all turn-by-turn combat. All your moves that you can do are based off the cards you have in your hand. So it's a deck-building, turn-based game. So, like, I have to have a punch card for Spider-Man to be able to punch with Spider-Man.
Okay.
But say my Spider-Man punch card knocks this guy back. If I knock him back into a dumpster, that dumpster then will fly and hit the guy behind him. So everything is like very interactable and like it's really, really, really fucking cool.
Okay.
And like hanging out on the campus is very just like RPG. You're just talking to the Marvel people, and like it's Blade, Ghost Rider. It's a lot of the cool Marvel people that's not just like, hey, go talk to Iron Man.
Okay.
Go talk to Captain America. You know what I mean?
Some people that they haven't really used
Correct.
yet.
Magic, you know, like Sister Grimm, like shit like that. Where
Nice.
it's really, really cool.
Is this what platforms is this for?
It's on everything.
Oh, okay.
It's on everything. Full price game, so it's an expensive one. The bigger editions, there are DLC coming out in different seasons, and I think they announced 4 new characters: Venom, Storm. Mainly the big editions are just for like getting extra skins and stuff. You don't get anything crazy with them. It's just if you want different cosmetics, which
That's
are cool.
Yeah.
They're cool because it's like the Logan outfit for Wolverine,
Gotcha.
like the X-Force outfit for Wolverine, like that kind of shit. You know what I mean? It's awesome. The fighting's awesome. It's a fun game. I'm having a fucking blast, and it looks incredible. So it's just a totally different style superhero game. And again, I've been... everyone knows I want more Superman games.
Yeah.
They need to take more shots at superhero games, and this is a big win, considering their Avengers game fucking sucked. So...
Cool.
I love it. It's a great game.
Yeah,
I've been streaming it like a lot, because it actually runs pretty well on my computer when I stream.
Watch. So we got the opportunity to check out the new Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
I did too.
Did you? Cool.
Yeah.
How did you feel about it?
All right. So I mean this in the most respectful way possible too. Like, I think James Gunn did exactly what he told Disney I was going to do. He sat down and said, "Hey, dude, I can give you a Hallmark Christmas type thing."
Yep.
But I want a giant fucking budget to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, yes, James Gunn will give you whatever you want, sir. Go for it.
We fucked up by firing you.
Correct.
So here you go.
James Gunn's also sitting there, though, at this point going, got Guardians 3 coming out. I'm going to DC. I'm not about to put in any crazy thing that's going to launch or be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That I don't have to. And he gave us a literal Hallmark Christmas special with Guardian characters.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not taking anything away from it. There's parts I laughed literally out loud at. I thought the music was great. I thought
the
it
music
was cool.
fantastic, yeah.
But like,
it's like most of our Christmas
to me, at the end of the day, like stepping back and watching at it, I was like, that was just a very expensive
holiday special.
Holiday thing. You know what I mean? But again,
Yeah.
I'm sure Disney got what they want. I'm sure kids are going to love it. I'm sure they'll make their money in merchandise. I'm sure it's not a problem. But like, again, nothing against James Gunn. Dude did exactly what he said he was going to do. It was fine. It was totally what it looked like it was going to be. But to me, it was just like,
more of a why.
If this doesn't happen at all, they save a lot of money, and it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not necessary.
See, that is actually a really good point. Like, I feel like there's part of me that when I was watching it, I was like, man, this was it? But then at the same time, you're 100% right that, why introduce some things that people are going to have bigger questions. What about this? Are you going to address this later on? It's like, no.
This is a good example of like James Gunn didn't call Disney saying, "Hey, I really want to do this." Disney came to James Gunn being like, "Hey, man, we'd like you to do a Christmas special. What do you think about this?" That's what. There's no way he was like, "I really, really want to do a Christmas special. Like, this would be awesome," because he would have had some more story or something in it.
Yeah.
This was purely like they were like, "Hey, we'd like to do a Christmas special. We think Guardians would be perfect in this to launch Guardians 3 and like the characters. What do you think?" And he was like, "Yeah, I could fucking make something work. That's fine." And build me a fucking crazy set, get me access to like a few key big actors, and give me a big budget, and I'll do whatever you want. And he did it. He delivered fucking 100%. But again, like I said, it's just like,
I did like it. I didn't love it. Like you said, I could have dealt without it. I didn't need it. My bigger problem with it was the fact that it was like it's almost a nitpick. So I really, really hated when Mantis was like, "Hey Drax, throw me over this gate," and then 2 scenes later they're both jumping over fences together, and I was like, why does she even need his help? And then the other thing is so when they get into Kevin Bacon's house and they're chasing Kevin Bacon and Mantis is jumping from wall to wall and like an unnecessarily
shitty CGI way.
Yeah, shitty CGI. I'm like, she could have just ran sporadically down the hallway and I still would have got the same effect. Why did you have to use shitty CGI to tell that part? So that it was just nitpicks, but no, I didn't hate it. Like you said, the music is fucking awesome. The beginning, the intro song of what Christmas
Billy
is,
Corgan.
being told by an alien of what Christmas is or what they think.
Sang by Billy Corgan.
That it was
Pumpkins, bro.
Yeah, it was good.
Hilarious.
But yeah, I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. No. I think check it out. It's definitely short. The girls enjoyed it. So,
yeah, I was happy it was as short as it was. Like, I would have been pissed if that was an hour and a half thing. Like, that would have been annoying.
As far as the special goes, I did prefer Werewolf by Night. I thought it was a better story.
That one was fun. That had more intrigue.
Yeah, no, yeah. I haven't heard anyone either being like, Guardians Holiday Special, oh my god. It's just kind of like, that was cool, like, whatever. Like, it's
the song more than
but that's what I'm saying. Like, no one's like freaking up. But again, I don't think by any stretch of imagination James Gunn was like, I really want to do, like, I think he was like, all right, yeah, I can do that.
It is exactly what it said it was
I don't
to
think
be
a
Christmas holiday special.
Yeah.
Probably that was their nice little experiment where they're like,
we'll see, man. They have
who knows,
more.
though?
They have more fucking content on Disney Plus than they do going out in theaters right now. So who knows what they're gonna do? But yeah, we got Reed, Gotham Knights Gilded City. Check that out at the comic book shops if you guys want to pick that up. Got Midnight Suns, you can be downloaded, as well as Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. It's on Disney Plus now.
Yeah.
And Tyler's gonna let you guys know what we got going on in the next episode.
Next episode, a movie that's been fucking 10, 15 years in the making at this point. We're doing Avatar, The Way of Water. So Avatar 2, however you want to look at it, we're finally going to be doing that. That'll be coming out the 26th, Monday, so right after Christmas. So if you guys go see like a Christmas movie with the family or something, fucking that's when we'll be covering it for you. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm a water guy. We all know I'm a water guy.
You're
so
the water
that's why I got my sights set on water. We've already talked about Jimmy Cameron on this podcast once, so I'm ready to go, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for this as well. We got our tickets already, so stoked to see it. The girls are excited to see it as well. We'll see if they can make it through without a piss break, and it's gonna be a good time.
Run it once.
Well, this will be a spoiler-free area in the beginning, and then we're going to spoil the shit out of it. So come on back on the 26th, day after Christmas, to enjoy it. Until that episode, Sam is going to let you guys know where you can hang out with us at.
I'd say that we are most active on our Facebook page. So if you want to see daily posts and everything like that, head to our Facebook page, No Nerds Were Harmed. Twitter as well, at NNWH Pod. If you want to see our personal accounts, Matty is at the Matman22. I am, what am I? Samwise1227, and Tyler is Gambit the Goon. His Twitch is also Gambit the Goon. He's going to be playing Midnight Suns for a while, but go back and see what else he's been up to. I know Arkham Knights, right?
Yep.
He'll probably still be on that for a while.
Gotham Knights.
Oh, Gotham.
Yeah,
I'm so
playing
used.
Arkham Knight.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
Arkham, that's still a good game too. Look at them all. YouTube, you can check us out. We'll have our audio on there. Our videos come out a little bit later than our audios do, but if you're more of a visual person, please go feel free. Check out all the fun gifts that Matty likes to put in there. And then the best gift that you can give to us this Christmas is the gift of giving our podcast to other people. If you're in line at a store, if you're going to go do that old school Black Friday shopping, just fucking airdrop our podcast to every stranger around you and see who accepts it. We would appreciate it. We want all forms of listening.
That's hilarious.
That is right, guys. And that's all we got for you. We hope you enjoyed the episode because we enjoyed making it for you. So until next time, stay nerdy. I'm Matty.
I'm Tyler. Catch you on the next one.
December's here.